outlandish, but I can back them up. Boom. End of story. There is no other crypto out there, so don't get it twisted. If you don't understand where you're parking your money, you're gonna pay the consequences for that, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Boom. We're obliterating everybody, literally. There is nobody else that comes close to what Hex has done. Boom. Oh, it's about to get funky. Funkier than you could have ever imagined. You know, Richard Hart is a boss. Hex is literally the best thing on the planet. It's simple mathematics. Right? The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. Yep. That's it. Yep. That's the secret. The Godwell told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. Shit, motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. Man, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you. Y'all deep. Everybody. My God. Hex Asians, bro. Everybody. Australians, man. Everybody gets me. Yo, when is it told you? Dollar told you. Everybody done told you. It's crazy. Yo. What up, chat? What up, homie? How you doing, man?
Everybody done told you.
That's right. Real easy peasy.
What up, Dad?
It's a Tuesday night. We had one of the biggest stakes ever made in real time made today. 1 billion fucking Hex just blow. 195,000 T-shares. Yeah. Some crazy ass numbers. It was crazy, bro. So, you know, I figured it'd be a good day to talk about mastering time. I seen a lot of funky commentary around a $200 billion stake. Or $1 million stake, excuse me. And it just makes me wonder, like, or 150,000 T-shares, not 195, sorry. It was 194.25 million USD, which is a billion Hex equivalent. And let's see here. It was 149,000 T-shares. That's what it was. So, of course, that's probably the most replied to message that this Hex bot whale shit, whatever, has ever had, right? Because that's the biggest in real time. Like, first people saw the transfer. There was a transfer before this even happened.
Okay.
And people saw that it was a guy whale. So next thing you know, bam, stakes that bad boy for the max. Right? Now, who has the ability to stake $195 million for 15.21 years?
I'm flummoxed.
Right? That's a lot of fucking money to just tuck away. Right? And in some software. Right? Because that's what just happened. And I kind of want to really focus on that and try to just get back to the bare bones of what we're doing here. Because I think a lot of people forget, you know, what this is about. I think people get lost in the sideways price action, the sack phases, you know, all the potential X's that can come from all these new coins and all of that. Like, I get it. You know, I get it. Especially with all the new people that found Hex, like, after all of us did. because there's more y'all than there is of us because we're a select group. Those of us that found Hex before, you know, the pump in 2021, we're a select group of people, right? Like we were in the trenches for real, the real crypto trenches. We weren't really stuck on, you know, shitty coin ranking sites and shit like that. So, you know, we stand alone, we stand apart. We lead from the front, right? And the thing about that is that it can sometimes make people very complacent, right? And it, you know, I think about it. It's been 2 years. People have already experienced 10,000x if they've been in Hex the whole time, from peak to trough, which is a rarity. I don't think people realize how uncommon that is. I mean, the crypto phenomenon is just that, you know. And if you look up the word phenomenon, you realize what the fuck I just said. All right. Oh, hold on. I think you gotta fix your volume, bro. Couldn't hear you.
Check, check. What up?
Now you sound good. What happened? I don't know. What the fuck was up with that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I might have a fucked up cable, to be quite honest with you guys. I might have.
Okay.
I have
It's all
backups.
good.
Yeah, I have backups. It's just in a crate.
Maybe turn your volume up a little bit because you do
Okay.
sound a little low. You do sound a little low.
All right, check that. How's that sound? Sound good? Sound good yet? Sound good?
No, you might be right. You might have a little technical limitation over there because it does sound a little bit better, but it
Hold
still
up.
sounds a little flat.
All right. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Now you're mute. Now I can't hear you at all. But you sounded a little higher before that.
How's that? How's that right
There
there?
you go. There
All
you
right.
go. Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I got to be
Um,
careful with that because y'all know I get excited sometimes. I get enthusiastic and I'll be like talking to y'all like I'm sexy. And then I'll be
I
like,
see. I got.
wow, whales.
I see.
What the fuck?
We
So,
got some all stars in the chat. If anybody wants to join, I see I got Rags in there, Dolo. Anybody wants to join, let me know. I'll send y'all the link.
Solo. Rags, Brandon.
Yeah, anybody, Alan, anybody, Mr.
Go,
Locomo. What's going
Brandon.
on, brother? Daniel. You know, whoever wants to join, just let me know. I'll send
What
y'all the
up,
link.
family? What up, Hexico?
Because I mean, you know, I feel like it makes sense to devote a stream to somebody staking 200 million USD.
Say the fuck so.
Right?
Oh my God. I mean, I'm like, did a triple take.
That shit was crazy, bro, because people think this shit is a game. You know, I know,
Yeah.
like I've been saying the same thing for a long time, but for anybody to be shocked by that stake has not been paying attention because
It was coming all
it,
along. All along. You
oh,
was.
that's just the beginning, bro. Right? Like that's literally just the beginning.
You said the
Literally
USD value was
95,
Oh,
194.25 to be precise.
okay. So in 15 years, that's 30 quintillion dollars.
Something like that. I'm gonna throw it in hex calc, hex calc nets. That's what I'm gonna do.
A Pentagon budget. What? Is not
Yeah, 1 billion, 1 billion hex for the max, right? Because it's beast mode.
it
And
is
I mean,
beast mode.
let's just assume it's at $20, man. Let's not even
That's
make it.
easy. If you talk to
Let's not,
Ballet of Bram, he said 40. So go ahead. Be
yeah.
conservative.
Okay. Let's be moon boys and say $60 hex in
Well,
15
now you're
years.
getting retarded. What the fuck?
Right. Let me pull up let me pull up my screen so people can see what I'm doing. Let me pull it up because people need to really I really want people to wrap their head around this math because it's a little sick. You know, why would somebody do that? And thank you, Alan, for the super chat. Please
Yo,
appreciate
Crypto
you, brother.
King, man, too. Yo, that's what's up, Crypto King. Haha. Jimmy Dore.
Oh, word,
That'll be
yeah,
all right.
that's
That'll be
what's up.
fun.
Thank you for the super chat, Alan. Yeah, Jimmy Dore. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that dude, and then I was scrolling through my little smart TV BS the other day, and his ass popped up
Hmm.
like randomly because I'm just going through some old school stuff is what I'm looking for because that's what I want to see. And
Hmm.
all of a sudden, Jimmy Dore should pop. I'm oh shit, that's Jimmy Dore because I couldn't remember. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't remember who the fuck this
Chi-Town,
motherfucker was. I
Chi-Town
don't watch
comedian.
TV.
No, me
Yeah,
neither, man. It's all, if anything, it's YouTube, and even then, I'm behind the curve a lot of the
right,
time because of my
right.
responsibilities. But Jimmy Dore, I used to be down with, but then like me and Isis, who's here, hello baby, we used to check him out, and then we were just like, the fuck is he on? Like he is not enlightened about these jabs or any of that shit at all. So I stopped
Right.
listening to him a year ago, and sure enough,
Natural.
come back around, and dude's mad awake on the whole shit now. He is. He
Got
ca-
him.
he caught up.
Got him. And I
Yep.
sent you that link, Crypto Kool-Aid. Send it to the Telegram, brother.
Oh, crypto
Got him.
Kool-Aid's here.
That's what's
Yo,
up. Yeah,
all
man.
praises.
He is good friends with Rogan. That's amazing. Well, like minds, right? That's what we need.
That's true.
That's what we need.
That was a
Like,
great interview. Actually, I think there were two of them I saw, Rogan and Dore. Ooh, you
mm.
should hear that man. Get in that ass. Oh, Dore gets in that DNC ass, dude. And oh my God, you should hear him talk about the family of those people from Arkansas that
right.
occupied that office. Oh my
Yeah, yeah,
God.
yeah.
Woo! Lit they ass
Wow.
on fire.
There you go. DM him if you want to send his wife some nice messages. Shout out to them. Right. I think it's high time that we just respect each other for respecting each other. Or salute each other for respecting each other. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's kind of ridiculous what's happening in Canada, what's happening all over the world. And I mean, we see every instance on this plane where they have stopped the charade and yet they continue to try to play it in other places.
Hey, I told you my today story, right?
Uh-huh.
Like many of you, I don't fuck with the doctor because the doctor stopped healing a long time ago and just started writing the thing for the thing from the you know who's. And then you'd have a reaction to the one they wrote you for. So he'd have to give you three more on top of maybe the two they gave you. So now you're on five scripts and
Right.
it goes and goes and goes. And it's really disgusting. So I had to go in today, because I'm ancient. And I was in there
Right.
and Benito Mussolini with this cut and color come around the corner and she says, "You need to put that mask over your nose, sir." And I said, "If that's going to make your day better, I guess I can oblige you, baby." So I do it. And then what does it take? 3 seconds? No, 4. Okay, it's back down.
Of
Sir,
course.
sir, I do not want to have to ask you again, or I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I
Oh
said,
my
honey,
god.
France, the country of France is not participating in this any longer.
Literally
I
a
said,
whole
do
country.
you think 702 fuck stick lane in buttfuck Pennsylvania is going to make a goddamn difference between these two fucking things right here and the macrocosmic view of the goddamn universe? She
Not
said,
even
"Sir, you don't
close.
need to have an attitude with me." I said, "You started this shit, bitch."
Not even close, man. Not even close.
What up, Dolo?
What's
Not
goody?
even
What's
close.
goody?
What's going on,
Marco.
Dolo?
What up, Marco?
Shout out to
Chilling.
Marco. Shout out to Vibra. Vibra be doing a
Yeah.
lot of work out there upstate. So shout out to them. Stay away from Harmacy.
Yeah.
The Harmacy. I like that. Yeah. We are some like-minded individuals. And that's why we win so much, right? I mean, think about it. All right, let me see. I'll check the telegram. We have a community of people that are willing to do what it takes to achieve, the right goals, not necessarily common goals,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the right goals, which is distinct, right?
Where it matters, yeah, where it matters,
Right.
we have resonance. I have noticed
hmm
that. Very
That's
pleased.
right.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important, right? Because look at this here. This is a crypto type platform, I guess. People just jumping ship en mass from big tech and looking for kind of waters. Float is a free port for any and every individual to build meaningful relationships. So this is another social media platform
Mm-hmm.
where Crypto King hooked up with the CEO. See what the CEO of Float sent me. Float believes in freedom just like Richard Hart does. We also have a guy, Studio 8424 on Float that streams some Hex content live on the Float platform. Boom.
Wow.
So there you go. We already got a foothold in this platform.
Mhm.
I already got an account I signed up yesterday. So shout out to the people over at Float. I'm clearly not getting paid for this because yeah, that's
Okay.
not what it's about, right?
Yeah,
Like
Okay.
exactly.
Would I
that's
be
not what it's
coming?
about.
Would I be coming off a direct topic if I forked off of what you just said real quick? Because
Nah,
it's
go
been
ahead.
on my mind lately. Like, how do
I mean,
y'all
this
feel?
is cool, right? I
This
think
is
this is cool.
amazing. First, you
Yeah.
just made me add another thing to my to-do list. I just wrote
Right.
float. And
I
here.
signed up right away as soon as I saw it. I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool because I mean, he's streaming live on the platform. So there must be a web app and a phone app. You know what I mean? Because social
Uh-huh.
media definitely got to be mobile.
Facts.
So
Well, it's like I was telling our boy Lit recently. I said, man, if they're taking your subscribers and you're worried about that, you're putting too much weight on the old YT there,
mhm,
buddy. Like we gotta go D Live, we gotta go Rumble, we gotta go
yeah,
Twitch, we gotta go Float, we gotta go
yeah. I got
100
an
places.
Odyssey channel for those that don't know. You gotta have your
Odyssey,
stuff backed up.
Odyssey, good.
Yeah,
Yep, because
Odyssey.
we
You
never
gotta have
know when they're just gonna pull the
Pull
play
the
plug.
plug.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, because
they
they're
did
ready.
the other day.
Yeah, they're ready. That's what all them narrative, all those headlines are about. They just trying to tee it up. That way, when it happens, it's like, oh well, here's a breadcrumbs, motherfucker. Don't say we didn't tell you.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
they look like they're on
Man,
point. No, Crypto King's putting in the work too, man. Cheers to
Mm.
you.
Yeah, he's always putting in the work, man. I mean, and this is the thing about community, right? Everybody doesn't have to be
Oh, look
a
at that.
fucking,
the
an
God.
all-star. What up, Crypto Kool-Aid?
What up? What
Everybody
up?
doesn't
Hold on, gang. Audio set up.
Yeah.
everybody
Play
don't
some
gotta be a
shit.
model. Everybody doesn't have to be a super dev. Everybody doesn't have to be the same thing. Everybody
No.
can be themselves, and
Well,
that's
when
it.
I met Crypto Kool-Aid, I told him I was going to hack into his mainframe systems and steal all his private information. And I learned subsequently that that might not have been a very intelligent thing to do. I'm going to be homeless next week, so
No, no, no. I am a one for good, all for one and one for all. However, I have a
You
very
got Honey Badger
aspect
in
on
here,
game
huh?
theory.
oh yeah, he's here.
So my bad, guys. The reply from the CEO was below, and here we go. We love to have you guys attend the Float Fest too, and have someone come and teach a workshop on how to stake hex. Everyone needs to learn how to do this. We can do a big Hexican camp. How about
Mhm.
that?
It catch me outside. It's
MBOD.
all gonna be coming true. It's all.
Hey
we
man,
already have a NASCAR zoom in and zoom in to the left, not up to the
Yeah,
right.
yep.
right?
Not,
It's
not
just
not
this.
too far from Giles, Texas. I mean, it's
And
only a few hundred miles. Let's get it. Right?
Even that scene right there is crazy. Just for
Yeah.
practice runs, like
Just for practice runs, bro.
shit,
Just for
crazy.
I can't
practice
believe how
runs.
many cars wrecked. Like when we had the Prey arcane car on NASCAR, it wrecked the first race. Now he's just like, really? Why did we spend $1 billion on a NASCAR? But
Here we
the thing is, it's community driven,
Yeah.
community run. Anyone can
Why
do what they
not?
want with their money. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think any opportunity for us to be able to flex our ability to come together and just do what the right thing is an opportunity that we should take to do it. Because guess what? You had one individual that had never really partaken in setting up something like this before, and he just took it and ran with it. And Motley has done stuff like this before, and he was there to help. And here
Mhm.
we are, right? I mean, we get what we want done, and this is the important lesson in this whole NASCAR scenario.
And I
Well,
got
I
to
mean,
tell
I
you,
even had a
oh, go
model
ahead.
for backup just because I knew how to do it. I didn't know anything about wrapping a car. I didn't know
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
about like all the rest of that. Even when we had number 13, I'm like, oh, 13 doubles on a double on a double on a double on a double. Still worked.
Yeah.
But again, we come together with our united front, which makes us a phalanx. And when you have that, and we teach for free, and we give for free, and we allow everyone else to grow in their own ecosystem and realm, You all win together.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
and not for nothing, you guys all have some serious like drive, like energy, infectious magnetic power. I mean, I think about Motley. You get that man on your team, guess what?
It's
It's
game over.
automatic. You're done.
Yeah.
You get Wales only on your team, it's done. You get Crypto Kool-Aid on your team, it's over. Forget it.
Yeah, that's it. But that's it. And it's just like everyone has
We got a lot of people like that. You got a lot
Dolo,
of
I
people
wish I
like
could
that.
train with Dolo. God damn, I'd be looking good again if I was training with Dolo.
Well, Dolo and I had a little talk about a skateboarding person, which will remain nameless. But it's amazing how connected we are in so many different facets and realms. It's literally the 2 degrees of bacon. Instead of 7, which a bunch of clubs play, when you're actually a professional and you exist in your sphere, you only deal with professionals. Exactly. Right. And so your degrees of bacon get compounded down to very, very small amounts.
Yeah, your boy Crispy over here. No.
Well, I've learned some lessons because, like, look at my dumbass trying to experiment within the community. I broke into Whale's house. I got shot. I tried to hack into Crypto Kool-Aid system. I'm going to be homeless. So I'm learning, and we're working on it.
But that's how it works, right? Experience takes you a long way.
You're fried, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, this comment on the screen is great from Vibra. The awesome thing is we're all going to be together for the next 15. If you scam someone in this community, you're not going to last long. We're setting the standard at a damn high level, and I love it because that's so motherfucking true.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Everybody. So, I've got a special guest I want to introduce. This is SJ, who does SJ Speaks. She's one of my friends from ATX that flew out to see me in LA. So this is SJ.
Hi.
What up? What up?
First stream, but she has how many episodes did you have sci-fi written?
I've read up to the first. I finished the first chapter.
So first chapter, she's been gifting redoing Richard's book just so you have different commentary on all that. So
nice.
Nice.
We are the can-do community.
That's it. And that's the thing, right? It's whatever you can do. It don't matter what it is.
It's sit in where you fit in, right? You know what I mean? Like you don't have to fucking go break the bank. You just need to be part of the phalanx. And
you don't got to do anything but what you are capable of doing.
You don't have to break into like Wales Only's crib. You don't have to try and hack Crypto Kool-Aid's computer. There's other ways to go about this. I'm here to testify.
I did get a giant laugh about that original commentary thought. I thought that was highly amusing.
Yeah, I don't want to die. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be broke. So
don't do that. Don't do that. Join Team Win. Team Win moves forward. Up into the right.
Listen, to add on to what you guys said, though, it's like not only do you not have to be the expert or the specialist, you could be a polymath, you could be a Renaissance man or woman, but if you can't quite get there on your own, guess what? You're literally one Telegram message, one tweet, one email, one phone call away from a brother or a sister who's going to help you get the fuck all the way home.
Well, that's what I do with Kool-Aid University, right? You know what I mean? Like I train people because I don't have the time to do all the CG shit. But Markable and I are bonded in blood. Anything that Markable does has me as an art director. And the more that I train, the more that we have that same ideal to go and actually understand the high connotation of high CG to allow all of us to do it. So it's not just whimsical fucking meme makers, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually people that actually understand proper application of things. In 5 years, that will be huge. Look at the thing I posted on Twitter about Microsoft's basically checkmate to Meta.
To Meta, yeah.
They don't have shit on me because I literally can pull a flare out and pay someone 3x their price and pay them in crypto and acquire all of their employees. Because I worked with them. I'm a dude that sleeps at night. So those people with families can go home. What are you not going to take me as a boss and I'm going to pay you 3x more? What? So, like, when the kick gloves come off, It's dangerous. But
Can
to
you say?
understand,
Can you say gangster?
Yeah,
I mean,
really.
like, I've been sleeping in the studios for fucking 15 years now, so like everyone knows who I am. I'm the guy that's the first to arrive and the last to leave, which means that I have pedigree from the employees that I worked with. Give them a better salary, let them work with better people that don't fail up. Make sure that the upper management always is the last to leave.
You know what's funny? That's one thing that's very important to me about what we're doing at MCA, right? We're gonna have
Yes,
all
sir.
these people handling our affairs. You know, these are people that need to be properly compensated for handling our affairs.
Not only
Treated
that,
like human beings.
Like they
well,
need to
no,
fucking need
you
to be.
pay them. You pay them like the professionals that they are. Like if you cannot understand what it takes to have the pedigree that I have, you hadn't slept for 20 years. So if you need me for something as a friend or as a professional, you get the pedigree. And so, like, I'm not sure where all these crazy numbers are going around, but some people talking. But I'll assure you, you try to make a game, I'm going to laugh at you. You will crash and burn. It will not be pleasant, and I am sorry for your dumpster fire. But when you play with professionals that understand the things needed, you don't have to worry about shit. You have Winston Wolf from Pulp Fiction in your back pocket. Be like, oh shit, I didn't know you called the wolf.
The
Like,
cavalry, baby.
why would you not? Like, that is
Exactly.
ludicrous.
It's beyond stupid.
It's beyond stupid. Don't go
It's
swim in deep
literally
water,
beyond stupid.
ocean water, right? Don't go
Yo,
fucking
it's
swimming in
crazy.
deep
Why would
water,
you do that?
ocean water.
And thank you for the $20, 20 euro, 20 pound. Damn, super chat rep 10. I can't read today. What the hell's going on?
For my part, I can't even scarcely comprehend on a day-to-day basis how many different things I'm working on, and they're all related to this community. I'm just so blessed. I'm so energized. I can get. I used to be 8-9 hours of sleep a night. I wake up refreshed after 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I'm ready to get after it again, like
Facts.
pumped.
Yeah, you're
You know?
motivated.
Facts.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
crazy.
and this is what's nice about, right? It's like, yo, this guy just staked 200 million USD.
This guy.
This guy,
Yeah.
this
The
random
thing
guy.
that's crazy about it is you talk about it, and like that was the best. I was loud about it today when I saw that, and people were just looking at me like, so. And I'm like,
Like a
so.
psycho, yeah, they don't get it.
I'm
They
like,
don't get it.
so.
7 years
I'm
that
like,
money
yo.
was taken off the line, Dola. 7 years without touching principal.
Without touching principal. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like people are looking at me like, and then like one of the boys that I like put on the hex, he was just like, he was like, everything else is up, and I was like, I'm like, yo, hex is always up, bro. I don't know what you talking about.
Called a teeth there, motherfucker.
Yo, then I go. Fool goes and shows me his wallet, and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't even pay for the staker, the extra staker." I was like, "Bro, you're basically holding a Bitcoin. Like you should just, you might as well just sell your shit. Just give it to me."
Just give it up. You ain't doing nothing with it anyway.
Yeah, I'll do something better with that.
Here's the stupid alpha though. Like if you're driving a Lamborghini, do you care about what gas costs? No, you do not. You do not care about what gas costs. So if you want to be worrying about what your Prius's gas is, you need to level up your mindset so you can be holding the Lambo that doesn't care about what gas costs.
What gas is?
Yeah. So like at the end of the day, fuck, simple game theory. Do a 5-5-5-5 stake on Pulse, which has no gas fees. You'll be able to unstake it and be rich. And if you're worried about it and you have legacy, don't forget you can bridge your Pulse stakes over to ETH to unstake them. You just got free money.
We haven't even talked about the fact, Kool-Aid. We haven't even talked about the fact that this guy literally did this on the E chain and he just doubled up.
Yeah, like think about how much that gas fee was.
That's the thing. You cash out. Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, technically, actually, believe it or not, the number of the stake is not the computation of the gas fees. The gas fees is the time stake duration. You can stake $1 or $100 million, and it's the same gas fee to unlock.
Yeah. So, the gas fee that you're taking into account is the SLO function related gas fee, which is calculated at the end of the stake, and that's when he'll be like, ouch.
Yeah, but
he's all good.
You could take your profit from the pulse side to have enough funds. If we're talking about, you know, lesser amounts, you could always, I was telling my onboard, if you're worried about that with ETH, you're just going to have the two stakes, take some of the profit from your pulse side, take it over to the ETH side and get free that motherfucker up.
Yeah, but remember, Bitcoin isn't even 15 years old. So, like, if the technology that's inherently the carrier pigeon, right? The carrier pigeon, not the fax machine maximalist, not the fiber optic internet.
I was going to say,
carrier pigeon will be upgraded by the time you hit a 15-year stake. If not, you might as well think ETH go to zero.
Well, Vitalik promised us 6 years.
Well, the thing is that if you really want to play the game, theoretically, there will be a contentious fork of ETH when it goes to sharding. So there will be a third hex.
Oh my God! You just melted my fucking brain.
No, it's gonna happen. Do you think
I said let's not?
No, do you think what the ETH miners that are mining ETH Classic are gonna not port over to ETH 2.0 or 1.9, which is the unstaked, or I'm sorry, the proof of stake version of ETH? No, everyone's just gonna point their miners over there. They're little like radio waves that say like go here, go there. They're going to point
it enough right now.
Here's the crazier thing: if you actually ran a mining pool to actually calculate and harvest the third stake of Hex, that'd probably be more profitable than what ETH Classic is. If you really want to play my game theory.
I just got dizzy.
Yeah. That's why I don't try to hack me, Thoth.
Listen, could you unlock some of my credit union accounts now? I apologize.
No, I'm holding them hostage.
I'm really sorry, man.
Yeah, really... 7 years I made up them.
That's crazy.
4 kids, man.
All for the kids.
Let that be a lesson to you. Oh my. Oh my God. Hey guys, I have a big announcement. I mean, it's kind of not directly related, but I know the audience is going to be excited about it. You guys know that I've had a contentious problem in my household with a honey badger. Now, I allowed him to move in with me because he said he was going to just join a security crew for Whales Only when he makes public appearances. And he was basically willing to do it for kibbles, which, you know, I was glad to supply. He kind of had an attitude change over the last couple of weeks. He still wants to help out, but he's not kicking the fuck out of me when I get home from work. You know, he's not destroying all my belongings. And what'd you want to say? Okay. So he buried the hatchet with Bumpy Knuckles. Check this out. These guys are on a squad now. They're not fighting anymore. Because remember last episode, Bumpy was going to shoot, you know, Honey Badger.
I thought he was going to shoot you.
I have no idea. I went on vacation.
Oh, yeah, you got to watch some back episodes. We had a situation. Bumpy Knuckles, who's Freddie Fox right here, Kool-Aid, he pulled out a 380 at the end of our last episode together on Honey Badger.
Let me tell you, stop being stupid. Like, there are people like me that are not on camera that will make you a target. If you're going to be stupid, because if you're going to act stupid, I can probably figure out how to get you. So don't do that. What you want to do?
Don't do what? Comedy.
Well, comedy is one thing, but
that's what it is.
Certain drama is not comedy. I can assure you, I could take advantage of said comedy loophole, and that would not be pleasant. So, just like I said earlier, get in where you fit in, and don't try to like.
I'm not trying. I'm a humorist, Kool-Aid. I can't control.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about other drama that I have no idea.
Who these two. Well, these two are fucked in the head, so don't worry. But he wants to be called Blood Honey Badger now. So.
Oh my God. Everything game theory to Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah, right.
It hurts
breaking it down.
Man. It hurts my brain. It's like teaching whales how to do math.
How was your camping?
Brain.
How was your camping trip?
Oh, dude, it was fantastic, man. Went to the Burnout in Miami. It was absolutely fantastic. Had a blast, and now I gotta figure out time off because I got a bunch of new prospects that I gotta go hustle for, which will be very beneficial to all of us in the future. Taking over global domination, right? It's all about war games here.
Wow, that's the only way I even know how to think. It's funny. So let's get back to the stake. We're talking about 1 billion hex staked USD value, 190 whatever. That means longer pay better bonus, 2 billion, double up, bigger pay better, maxed out, 300 million, and this is in hex terms. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
know. That's what I like about what is it? Hex Calc is what you're on now versus StakeX.today.
yeah, Staker.hex today or some shit.
Yeah, well, StakeX today is great because you have these two little valves you can play with. But this one is pure numbers.
Yeah, I just like looking at the numbers. I don't need to see no fake ass chart that I don't know if that's just gonna happen or not. So that's why I'm not crazy about that specific aspect of it. But it's cool to see that you can find the values of when your stake, of what your stakes were when you started them. That's one thing I do love about StakeX.today, because that's something that a lot of people always wonder about. Well, like, damn, how much am I up? And you can literally see what your ROI is. You know,
and this is
per
like
stake.
no, exactly, and it's visual, and
Right.
The
So
UI,
that's cool.
The UI is. This is the thing: is we have the most transparent system. We want to go back to HEX.VISION. This is the upgrades of HEX.VISION, right? And it's just multiple humanistic upgrades done by the community, and it's delicious because with this raw data on hexcalc.net, I believe it is something like that. But it's raw data, and that's tasty. But most people don't understand those numbers. When you get to see the little funky graphs, it's a little bit easier for non-number brains to understand what's going on. And so everyone has a different throughput that they understand better.
Right. So I get the utility of the site, but I think for the purposes, like educational purposes,
100%, sir.
This is superior because you're not having people getting oohed and awed with a whole bunch of nonsense that they really, you really just don't know.
Don't know.
Happen.
Yeah, because you're like, at that point, you're guessing.
Correct.
Well, that's why I said it's like trying to teach whales about decimal places, right? It's just like this is decimal place land. This is exactly what a number person wants to see.
Right, correct. And it's just like I was hoping for a $10 by end of year 2021. But a lot of people don't really know how that materialized, but it's okay because it doesn't matter.
It's a ratcheting, sir. And what people don't realize is that when you have a ratchet, it only ratchets up. And that's how that's happens.
Right. But the thing about Hex is that you can't technically have the kind of pump that other coins can have. You technically cannot.
Bless you.
Right, unless you're trying to literally just because of the way Hex is designed, right? So it has like a barometer valve, and that barometer valve or that pressure valve is the T-share rate. So when somebody is FOMOing in the Hex and they're buying all these Hex up, well, at the same time, what's happening is that you're also making the T-share expensive because the T-share rate is basically the base case for what your cost is going to be. So if you don't already have the Hex and you're buying the Hex, well, they just made that T-shirt much more expensive.
Can I run with an analogy, dear friend?
Sure.
All right. So, like, what the whale god just did is he made the straw bigger by actually allowing all of that Hex to be pulled off the market for 7 years. The straw that everything goes through is called a bridge for easier minds. But the straw, which gives the liquidity throughput, now is that much more rare because the god whale just did that, which means that all the other parameters now have a larger elbow room to move with because the straw just got bigger.
Yeah, I was going to say, wow. Oh, my God. Okay. Wow.
Right. I mean, so if we think about like what price is doing, all the like the sacks we had last year really crushed price momentum.
Oh yeah.
Right, like big time, because you had players in there that did their damnedest to ensure that the price didn't go up. So there's a lot of reasons that price didn't even see $1, let alone 10.
Yeah, right? but whales. The thing is that now we have 3 different ecosystems along with other Richard Hart-based ecosystems on top of that. What you're doing is you're building the bedrock that much more adamantium instead of concrete. It's even more metal or more hardened.
Yeah, let me give you my analogy because I think it's more apt, even though yours is fitting as well. But the reason I think mine is more apt is because it's just how money works.
Yes,
Now
sir.
we all know that money is basically an accounting game, right? Value is really just a function of accounting and how we're tabulating who has what. So, in conjunction with what you said, we have an endless, like, discrete math, right? Discrete math is basically you're just counting shit. So,
Mhm.
we have a scenario here as hexagons where we have the ability to infinitely add to our cumulative sum over time. Never in history has that ability ever existed for somebody to be able to do something like that.
Yes, sir.
And I think that that is something that it's very difficult to wrap your head around. I know for me it was, and that's why it was the most important thing for me personally was to understand the t-shirt, because that way I wouldn't have to give a fuck about a price ever,
Yep.
right? Because I knew in my head that the goal was simple. How long do I have to wait, or how long should I hold something in order to reach my goal of becoming a billionaire? And given what Bitcoin has done, if you had 1,000 Bitcoin, right, and you were still holding those 1,000 Bitcoin, they was all in all 1,000 Bitcoin ain't shit.
Yep.
It's not. It's only something to, because back then nobody gave a fuck about Bitcoin and what it cost.
Correct, sir. It
Yep.
doesn't compound on top of itself.
And on top of that,
Exactly. It's not.
how's the
It's
price
very
goes down?
fax machine,
Like
but it's
think
Oh,
still
it's
about
good.
extreme fax machine. It's extreme fax machine. I mean, this is something that it takes 15 minutes for a transaction to happen,
yep.
right? Like
I,
that's
I mean,
ridiculous.
like
Like
you saw the people that put the 150 million into a DAO for NFTs on Bitcoin, and I'm like, good idea.
What?
Been talking about that for over a year, but wrong throughput for 15-minute blocks.
Yeah,
Blocks,
that's highly
like,
asinine.
I don't try to run a marketplace off fax machines either. I mean,
Yeah,
the healthcare system does it though.
yeah, well, that's true story. So check this out: 1,000 Bitcoin is 44 million. Okay, there are hexagons with six-figure quantities of hex, and guess what?
yeah, it's
Guess
outrageous.
what? This isn't
You know,
even V2. This is like really V5. And that's the thing that people don't get about Hex. Now, if you don't get the intersection of all the places that Hex crisscrosses in finance, equity, capital appreciation and yielding, right? Providing a fixed income. And then on top of that, you don't understand the software implications of Hex and how it's literally the best software made since Microsoft Paint. And Microsoft Paint was made, what, 1993? So that's a hell of a run,
mhm.
right? Because it's 2019 when Hex came out, and it's been nonstop operational ever since. So we're talking about almost what, 30-year time gap where there was no software that existed that came close
To
to
Microsoft
being
Paint.
nonstop. That's crazy, right?
That's outrageous.
Mm-hmm. It
I never
is.
even thought about it like that. That Microsoft Paint never really been down.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you really think about it, like I said earlier in that tweet I did, Microsoft now owns most of the IPs of 80% of the internet, though they don't own the global IP of the movie production network. You want me to give a call, Wales? Microsoft is going to be making movies. Let me
Yeah, I
ask you,
saw that.
I guarantee you. Like, this is the thing. It's like entertainment, I know intrinsically.
Isn't
Right.
it
I mean,
funny that we were watching movies off of Microsoft hardware in the first place?
Well, the funny thing is that, like, remember the original term is getting blockbustered, right? Netflix
yeah.
fucking upgraded. Blockbuster thought their little funny internet money discs were more important, so they didn't do shit. And what happened? If
They got left.
Blockbuster wasn't dead before, it would have been dead before the pandemic, right? You know what I mean? Like, look at the
Yeah.
stages of how things fold. That's why accordion game theory is so important to actually understand your shit.
100%. I remember when I
Like
first came across game theory. probably the most important subject matter out there. Literally. It will help you survive like life or death situations.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's pretty important.
So let
The
me
fact-
just like quantify a game theory for a minute because everyone uses it wrong. If we just take the game of chess, right? Super simple. Chess is the pieces or the mechanics, the levers that run the system. The board or the checkerboard is the system constraint or the system design. Now, the other player is social consensus. That is game theory. Mechanics divided by system constraint times social consensus. So if I take chess pieces, the mechanics, and I replace them like pawn goes forward, horsey goes up and to the left, castle goes to the right, and I replace them with checkers that can only go forward or cross to kill, the game changed, but the board didn't.
No.
Now, if I take that board and I change that to be backgammon, you still have checker pieces, but now they're going sideways instead of up and to the left,
Up and down.
right.
All right.
Right. The board, the mechanics divided by your player is game theory. Most people like to look at facts and figures and calling it game theory, but they can't even dive 3 levels deep, which is accordion game theory. You have to be able to divide everything on top of each other, or you literally have no idea what compound interest is, how regimes work, how the powerful play in power, because they play accordion game theory. It's not the smartest way, but they do it because they have metric weight. You can fold metric weight and do the same damn thing.
Right. I mean, I think it's kind of it's a little funky, right? Because people aren't even used to thinking like that. What happened?
You guys couldn't hear me. I was saying shit, and I was like, "Why these motherfuckers ignore me?" And I realized I had the mute on. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, bro. Go
ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was going to say, no, I was just blowing my mind. You know how I consistently bring up the serendipitous synchronicities that are always occurring in this community. You know, it's like daily, 2-3 things will happen. You're like, that would formerly blow your fucking mind. And nowadays it seems like it's on the regular. What I understood that Kool-Aid just said, he understands this on such a more detailed, nuanced level than I do, but I'm still able to wrap my brain around it. And I had said something very similar to what he had just noted earlier today. About 4 or 5 hours ago, I recorded something that I'm going to release eventually, and I'm hearing a master of it describe it right now, and he's saying essentially the same shit. I'm just again,
right, Thoth? Right? We all, even if you don't understand it intrinsically, battleground tested, fucking infantry, guerrilla warfare level, you can kind of understand it on a basic premise, right? Yeah. And the principle teaches you everything because everyone can understand everything on a humanistic level, right? We all want people to do good. We all want the Joneses and the Karens and all the rest of that to be able to have and afford their kids.
Yeah,
we want people to do good things. Now, when you intrinsically encroach different things, like again, Wales is a warlord of finance. Why he works in finance, right? You know what I mean? Like I work in game dev. Clearly, I understand game theory. I also work for the best fucking systemic design games, so it's different. But still, we all have our cuts of cloth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The one thing that brought me into the culture was I used to be a truck driver, and RG is a millman, right? He's the one that actually places the goddamn machines, and that shit sucks. So I understand blue collar. And that's why I came forward 2 years ago to get on streams, be like, yo, I understand CG, advertising, marketing, all the rest of that nonsense. Let me help. Yeah. And it was because I was a rig driver that it sucks dick to do that. But RG was a mill mover. He's blue collar. I want to help blue collar people phalanx, bring all the things together. Once you do that, you're unstoppable because you have multiple minds, all with their own pedigree and expertise.
Well, that locking shields symbolism has been coming up quite a bit lately. So when you say phalanx, you know, you got my attention.
It's a Spartan 300, man.
Hey, when you said mechanics divided by system constraint, and in system constraint, yeah, I kind of heard that could be the variability or the shortcomings or the limits of the player in the analogy you were using, right?
Those are the rules. So
Okay.
the mechanics of the levers, system
levers.
design is the rules. And then the player, or think about it like from Will's point of view, the person that's going to dump or sell or buy. Let's say you're a fucking Buffett, and you know that you're going to buy railroad stock if it drops 75%. You know that's coming. It's just how low do they wait? Right? That's social consensus, right? You know what other players are going to do. And now that we have a transmittive and translucent market through wallets, we know what wallet is going to do. Just like the analogy I gave before. With the God whale locking up all that money, the straw just got bigger.
Yeah.
Because do you not think that he doesn't have money to play if something dumps 75%?
Right. Oh my God.
Literally have no idea how to play people.
All right, Dolo, chat, Hexico. Do you guys hear what you are getting for free between whales and Kool-Aid here? This is, guys, you just got like a fucking education par excellence. This is so excellent, man. I hear exactly what you're saying, man.
Well, I mean, again, tip of the hat to Wales. Like, I learned more macro about finance that I never even knew I needed to know.
It's just like that. You guys could say it different. I love them both.
It's cuts of cloth.
Yeah.
When you put beautiful minds together, you make something beautiful.
Yep.
Everybody understands something intrinsically different based on your experience. And once you understand the ecosystems that you're dealing with and bridging together, now you understand. That's why I laughed at this whole microsif thing. Like, yeah, they're making a power play, but I can tell you what Sony's going to counter. I can tell you who EA is going to get bought out. And I can tell you what's going to be dangerous when I take my kid gloves off. So,
and somebody had the nerve to tell me recently he didn't think there was a lot of intellect in the Hexican community or something. I was like, dude, I don't know what reality you're looking at.
That's why I can't get on Twitter, man. Fucking shit annoys me. And then
Twitter's one thing, bro. That's not.
I get on there and I immediately get hot, and I'm just like, you want to take my job for a week? Here, take it for a week. Let's see me last 20. Try 20 years.
That's why I'm always taking a shit on people when I'm on Twitter. It's like, par for the course over there. You have to do that. Because
it's drama. They want drama to be relevant, and that's the whole thing. Is that literally I can quote them against themselves, and they still acting like the fool, and I'm just like. Why?
Well, I mean, you got to realize, man, everybody sees a fool when a fool's being a fool. The only person that doesn't.
Yeah, and the fool don't know it's a fool, and the fool still only speaks fool.
The only person that doesn't know. The only person that doesn't know that they're being a fool is the fool himself.
The one that doesn't know they're not being a fool is the fool that doesn't get paid, sir. Because you are a fool if you know you're a fool, if you're a talking head to be a fool, which in the Kingsley times was the fool. You're a fool if you don't get paid and know what you're doing. So, yeah, it's
Well, this seems like a perfect entry point to bring up Crypto Bo this week, who made a really wonderful analysis. Jackass.
We're not wasting time talking
what a
about
buck
on my channel.
What a buck-tooth mulleted.
We're not wasting time talking about plebs on my channel.
I want people to seek them out, though, so they can watch that stupid
People can
shit.
find that crap on their own. They're not going to learn about trash on my channel.
No, sir. Neither on my, because I'm Will's complimentary, right?
Yeah, not happening.
He does finance and math. I do game theory. People that understand either or are fools.
Yeah, I will never guide people in the wrong direction by mentioning trash. So,
yes, sir. I agree.
Let's keep it that way.
Well, it's your show. I will do so. Sometimes I like to be surgical about it, but I can appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah, well, it's not because it's my show. It's just let's think about what we're doing by pointing fingers.
Well, still leading people to the wrong direction.
Correct.
Well, let's also have to teach the man to fish analogy, right? We are teaching people to fish, not giving people dead fish. There's a very different analogy in how you do that. Yes, sir.
So, Wales, essentially, you're saying there's no such thing as bad press, so why even give the guy the energy or the attention? I got you.
That's it. You nailed it. That's it.
Well, that might
Because
not be my way, but that's okay. I appreciate that too,
well,
man.
think
For
about it
real.
like this: you don't want to pique people's curiosity,
Yeah.
right? Because that's ultimately what happens, and I could tell you from personal experience, it works
I know, but I
exactly
like
that
to
way.
surround myself with grown-ups, and grown-ups can
Oh, but that's
handle it. You
exactly
know
why
what I
we don't
mean?
surround ourselves with children. So
Right.
we don't got to talk about children.
Right. Teach a man to fish, right? Don't give a fucking child a gun.
Yeah, that's why
There,
we
there,
don't talk about children. We only talk about men.
there's a I won't say anything either, but there's a particular incident that happened that I appreciate versus my appreciation with that incident. So we move on from childish things. What is the quote, Wells? When I was a child, I did childish. Hold on, let me find it.
Oh, I can't remember it, but I know what you're
And
talking about.
no, it's a good one, but it needs to be quoted accurate, just like
Verbatim,
Is
yeah,
it still with
it
the
got to
frog?
be
well,
quoted
the thing
verbatim.
is that like what is it? A jack of all trades is a master of none, but the real answer is he is still better than a master of
Master
one
of none. Oh
because
yeah.
you actually have more tools in your tool belt. So
That's right.
when
I talk about that all the time.
I
I talk
speak
about that all the
as
time
a
because it's important.
child,
Hey guys, I
Imagine,
have it right here. It's Corinthians.
yeah,
Corinthians
Corinthians 1.
1,
Yep.
13, 11.
Yep. When
You want to?
I spake as a child, I spake as a child. When I understood as a child, I thought I was a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Corinthians 1. Remember, like silly little books of spaghetti men are important because they have real ideals. Once you go tribalism, that's where you get fucked. Real knowledge is free for all, based on race, creed, ideal, or entity. And you should learn from everything and everyone. That's why we are cuts of cloth. But yes, sorry to walk on your cloth.
Oh, no. I think it's excellent points that are being made. You know, Wales, I just thought of that West Side Gun, how he started the last album, Blessed, and he says all men and women have access nowadays to the same air, the same water, the same, currents, all that stuff. So it's poignant. I don't
and
know. You guys got my dome rocking and rolling right now, man.
it's a shift in time, right? I mean, it's kind of
Way
it
different.
kind of. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dolo.
No, I was just saying it's way different.
Yeah,
It's way different.
Zeitgeist. People say paradigms. You could say zeitgeist. We're in an exponential shift. We're at a crossroads, and I alluded to that in what I recorded earlier too. You guys are like right on with what I was thinking, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's again, it goes back to synchronicities, right? It's hard not to be in sync when we're all doing the same thing, trying to achieve the same goals, all on the same path, right?
Yeah.
And this is a poignant comment that's very timely. It seems like as well because it's all the same things we're talking about. Sack phase is almost done. A ridiculous stake of a billion hex coins that wasn't an OA sister wallet or anything of that nature. It was a third party single individual that just owns their hex. So it
Hey,
looks like we are well on our way. Go ahead, bro.
two things real quick. That says $450 trillion. Does it?
Nah, man,
Right over
billion.
here. No,
Billion.
wait. There's 100,000, and there's million, and there's billion. I'm sorry.
All
You're right.
good, all good.
A
No worries.
mathematician would see it.
Nah, it's all good, man. Well, all them comments you gotta double check. So don't feel bad, bro. I'll
Okay,
double
1,
check.
2, 3 commas. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all them damn comments you gotta double check. That
Yeah.
shit get confusing after 2 commas for me, bro. So don't feel no type of way.
Well, I was going to pass out. That's why I was asking real quick.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I'm still going to
And
pass
that's on
out.
the 555 right there, right?
Yo, this is only at $60. Now, let's see what happens if nothing changes.
So while you're getting that up, can I ask you this question? The second part of the
Sure.
question then, what was the previous that you know of largest amount that Godwell had?
Nah, I don't know who. I don't be fucking, hugging the blockchain like that. Like I got more
Okay.
important shit to do.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what
know
I'm
some
saying?
blockchain analysts, so I would have to ask one of them. Now
Yeah.
that right there, that is also wait, that's what was your price? Where's your price at?
I
That's
put
OMZ.
it for the same price that it is right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So homie
Because I'm
still
pretty sure
10x
they're
his dollar
printing.
value.
I'm pretty sure they're printing like 800, like 95K a day,
Okay.
something like
Oh,
that.
you mean in T-shares?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's 150,000 basically T-shares times whatever the hex print is. So let's see.
I put it for 6x a day, flat rate.
Yeah, let's see, because that's pretty much where we're at. Well, let's just see how much they're printing a day. This daily number is gonna be retarded.
Shit,
8
yeah,
million, motherfucker. 9 million hex a day. 8.95 million hex a day.
it's outrageous, man.
I mean, how do you feel?
It's outrageous.
How do you?
And then
How
you
do
times
you
that by
feel?
20.
Bro, that's in one day.
I
Times
know,
that
that's
by
what I'm saying.
365 times 5 time multiply that by 5 and that's a stupid number.
Doesn't look real.
No,
It,
man.
it don't even feel real.
Oh, it's real. Shit. Shit is crazy. Damn. And the thing about it is that's a base case scenario.
Yeah, that's if it stays like this.
Yeah. This is assuming it's only 6 hex per day on average. So this shit is pretty crazy. I mean, let's take a look at what Apex win looks like.
You know what's crazy, man? This movement, this product, Richard, this community, it's taught me. It's actually trained me to speak in terms of empowerment, dude, where I didn't previously think in those terms. Like I'm like a can do dude all the time now. And I can't say I was always that way. I was a more sour, doubtful, negative little bastard that said, can't be done, can't be
Right,
done. And now I think in terms of when can do. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, it's
Somebody
amazing.
just asked when $1.
Mm.
Probably right after sack phase, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I mean, we're literally a 5x away from that. And that's kind of the crazy thing. Look, right now we're at $137 million. Let's see what it would cost to get us up to those levels. Oh, come on. Why did I click on Discord? This
Or
is
how much hex would need to leave the system.
right. Come on. Give me a second. Close, please. Thank you. All right. So let me just do a little math here so I can get the liquidity situation calculated correctly.
Yeah, Kool-Aid had my
Uh,
mind busting with
Yeah,
that game theory, bro. I
I
swear.
know.
how,
I'm
Oh,
sitting
God.
here, I play chess every day, bro. I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn. Like,
Dude, I
I'm
first
like,
heard about first heard about it in poker. I feel like I was thinking about it like literally a retarded like person or something. Like it was like you're thinking 2 or 3 levels deep, and my man comes out the box with 1,000 level game theory optimal. It's like, yeah. I know one thing. In poker, we
yep.
had no business ever using that term optimal at the end.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's ever such a thing as optimal, right? I mean,
Well,
it's just a good
playing
guess.
poker
Good
is not
guesstimate.
optimal.
Mm-mm. I mean, playing poker is really social engineering. You really just gotta know who you're playing,
And
figure
Richard
out
nailed it.
what their strengths or weaknesses are. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, it's not really a, it
Zero
just it really
zero sum
depends.
zero sum game, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Ultimately.
mhm.
to a certain extent it is. Yeah, so taking into account the current liquidity that we're seeing on V2 and V3, we got 137 million hex in the liquidity pool. So at current price of 19.9913 hex, and what is the dollar value of? Hold on. In Ethereum is 3150 basically. 3150. We need 170 million bucks just to take us to $1 right now, because that's how deep and liquid the market is. So that's what happens when you have a shit ton of liquidity just floating out there. It's hard to move the price.
Mhm.
I mean, imagine 170 million USD is needed just to get X to a buck. Just to get X to a buck. That's crazy.
Mhm.
But that's how liquid the market is right now. So it's just a matter of time before the market absorbs that and just run with it. And I mean, it would be amazing to see this happen right after Pulse Chain launch, because for the market to be this liquid, it's going to be an opportunity to be able to bridge over your value to ETH, or from ETH to the Pulse Chain, and be able to pick up all this hex below 20 cents, even if it's 19.99999 cents. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to stay there for long after Pulse Chain launches. It's just not. Period. Assuming it's even there at launch.
I haven't looked at the chart in a couple of days during this sideways action. What's this volume been like, Wales?
For Hex?
Yeah, it's just been tepid, right?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't hawk it like that. It's unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Literally just been moving sideways.
Yeah, it's just been moving sideways. Let's see.
And that volume been real weak.
Yeah, wow, volume's been pretty weak. Is this V2? Yep.
It's like it's like as if like people they know something about to go off. They literally like you could feel it, bro.
Yeah.
You know you
Laying
could
low.
feel it. Yeah.
Like ever
Well, and-
since mid-January, volume's been pretty low, steadily low.
I
But
can't help but think
what happened hasn't no, you good. I just wanted to say real quick that what happened also is at the same time gas fees got crazy.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
they're low now.
Are
Yeah,
they?
they're low now, but they weren't low for a whole fucking month.
Yeah,
So,
no facts.
yeah, so that's the reason why. But you can go ahead, Dolph. I just wanted to get that out.
No, it wasn't even important. It was an aside. I'm just staring at this chart right here. This
I
is
know
just-
far out. It's always cheap though.
Yeah, it is always cheap, bro. That's the crazy part, right? I mean, I think we were gonna be saying that shit for 15 years at least. Shit cheap right now, boy. You better pick that shit up.
It's like, how could you
Fucking
pick up more?
2029.
Oh,
Talk
that's
about
it
Hex is
though.
cheap.
That's it though. I've been trying to like tell people, like the people I care about that drag their feet. I feel like I've almost been begging them, like, hey, you know, it's back around 20 cents right now. And they're just like, I'm going to have to let it go and it's going to hurt because God damn, do you understand where we're headed? Oh,
Right.
I tried. Oh, man. This would be the first
crazy part
motherfuckers asking me for a loan. God
With
damn.
the, you know what's
Yeah,
crazy,
right.
bro? With all the crazy shit people are building in the real world, is gonna finally allow capital to flow in and out of our ecosystem, and that's what's gonna really allow Hex to flourish in terms of network effect.
I
Because
was gonna say network effect, like in our circle type of thing, like in our hexagon. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that. You
that's
talk
the cool
about the
thing.
stuff that's being built.
Yeah, like the real life stuff that's being built. Because guess what? It's gonna allow people to network. We're gonna be involved in real life things, and these people are gonna ask, "So how'd you make your money?"
Mhm.
Oh well, I invested in this thing called Hex. Check it out,
Mhm.
Hex.com. Have a nice day.
Mhm.
Because it works. It's not like you're gonna be selling them anything, so it's gonna be a no brainer. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's gonna take time for people to catch on to what's happening. And by the time they do, we're gonna be so
Far
many light
ahead.
years ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about something that if the price does nothing, period,
You still
you're
winning.
you're still 6.5x in your bag. Plus and that's just the hex side. On the USD side, you're still 10xing your bag.
Guys,
Nine and a half.
I still forget we're getting the pulse side every day.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Still.
there's that duplicate too.
Oh my God.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because literally that's nuts because my enthusiasm and the way I'm passionate about this is literally coming from a place where like only one lobe of my brain is working on this right now. So think about it. I haven't even like anything I say 90% of the time. I'm not even thinking about our own fucking chain. I'm not even thinking about dupes.
Yeah,
Wow, man.
that's
Oh my
crazy, right?
God.
Talk about powerful. But I
Mhm.
forget about that shit too. We just talking about one side,
Mhm. Right.
Yep.
one. We're not even talking about
Literally.
two. We about this man about to have 2 copies of this damn thing.
That's what I'm saying. I said that shit earlier. I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
I know.
literally.
I know. We're just bringing it up again because it's so crazy. Because when we talk about it, what Thars is saying is that we don't even mention that.
Yeah.
It's not even in my brain when I'm talking. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh, he put
I'm
that nice about
reading
Hex.
that.
And I'm over here like
Like,
ERC20 Hex. You know, I'm
and
like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the way Kareem moved, we got 2 Kareem. We gonna have 2 Kareems.
Word, we do got 2
you know,
Kareems, don't we?
we might get
yeah,
2 of
like,
all of us. We might get 2 of
yeah,
every
that shit is
motherfucker.
crazy. Like, oh, the delayed gratification over here, but do you know the shit that I'm doing over here?
All right, there. You hear that? Anybody out there? I know we have a Hexagon comic book artist. All right, there's your comic. We're gonna have Dolo, you know, in one of his Superman outfits, and then Dolo in another one of his outfits. Okay, there's your comic, guys. Go with it.
Boom, there you go.
There you go.
You're
Pulse,
done.
Pulse Dolo.
So friends, my friend Comrade SJ is going to go onboard some more people, so she is off. But I'm calling out Chris Side Effects, my second general. That it's time for you to get on stream and see people because my generals are badasses and they
Look,
slay.
keep
And
rocking.
it's time for more people to come forward. Right? We're all cuts of cloth. The more cloth we put in it, the tighter we make the weave, and it's. Period. Game over. All right, I'll be back, guys.
Another one. He just
There
did it
goes.
again. He just did it again. Was I not talking about us weaving a tapestry out of swatches just the other day? And he fucking said it again. I'm telling you, we're dialed in. We're dialed the fuck in. It's amazing.
I mean, that's how you make illuminated manuscripts, right? If we're going back to like the olden times, like you make your things and you wrap it in gold because it has value. When you actually turn things from value into application, that's where you get crazy sexy. Anyway, I'll be right back, Jen.
You ain't never lied.
And Chris,
yeah, that's OD, bro.
Good luck, Conrad. Right? Good luck. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy,
that sound like a real Superman type of.
Guys,
I've
been waiting for this moment.
Some Thanos shit.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this day, guys, to be on the stream with Crypto Kool-Aid. So being on here with all you guys is like blowing my mind. This is pretty fat.
It's all good, bro. It's all people you were gonna meet eventually anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing about. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was saying
aliens. Go ahead, Dolo. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say the fact that you know KT is just like, you know.
KT. What up? That's awesome. That's funny because didn't Homeboy just say you guys knew a skater together too, and you and I know a skater together?
Yeah, it's just mad different.
What up, KT? Illabergadell, Pittsburgh to Philly, baby. KT, OG, the Ripper. That mother, in his what 40? What is he now? 46. He could still rip. Like
he's
18.
Still ripping. Like he's still ripping.
He did something. He did a Thrasher, guys. There's a Thrasher mini doc, a film of KT. I think it was called 42. Yeah, I believe it was when he was 42 years old, right? But it was like it was a football jersey number, but it was KT is 42, and he's out there, ba-bow, just oh my god, dude, oh my god, sticking it, madness.
Sir,
bless you, KT.
KT
needs to be a Hexagon.
Yeah, right.
Bro,
you hear
that?
I'll make that. I'll hit him up real quick.
Do that. Yo, Dolo. That's how we'll do it. We'll just double. We'll go whoop-pow. You know what I mean? Like you call him on a Friday. You call him on a Friday afternoon, and I'll just like act like 2 hours later. I'll be like, "Yo, what up, KT? Hey, man, I wanted to remind you." And he'll be like, his brain will be like, "Wow."
What the hell? He's like, so-and-so just told me about this shit.
Like, yo, that shit must be serious if 2 people tell me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I need to buy that shit ASAP.
Oh, that's funny. Yo, man, my man in my community, Roy Batty, he's actually Lee Majors. He's the brother, he's the Hexagon who just was so happy to be a part of this. He literally donated the Front Street Cafe in Philly for the crypto spar book thing. He just donated that shit. he treated the whole crew to some food and some drinks, man.
Hey,
Wow, that's lit.
You know, it's like that. And he was, who's the one guy that's down there? It's Panda. It's Panda. That's who it is. I had hit Lee up about this shit. And then a week later, a couple days later, his other brother, which we don't even know each other, mind you, Crypto Panda, the Hexagon, reaches out to Lee. He's like, man, you got to da-da-da-da-da. And Lee was like, you know, okay. Jola just told me about this shit. Panda just told me about this shit.
it's funny how small the world is, huh?
Serendipitous synchronicities, man.
Yeah,
Holy
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is so crazy. So look at this: 6.5x, 6.5x. I mean, how crazy is that? Fiat, and this is just keeping it the same, right? The price is the same USD wise. Now,
so if we were to sideways forever, you're still
right.
that's
Now, let's be a little more realistic, right? Because this is a little more realistic. I mean, 15 years, $1,000 should be more than achievable.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Here's
okay. Now we got that fourth comma.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not true on that.
I still feel like we'd be way ahead of that $1,000.
Probably, yeah.
Like
But
Bitcoin did how much in how many years?
right?
And we eco-friendly? Come on.
We're gonna have
crazy thing.
power to affect real change. Real change. Nobody can fuck with the numbers like that.
Yeah, this is $6.5 trillion.
Doesn't make any sense.
None.
Like that's something that, like that's like a quarter of what our debt is in the U.S.
I was gonna say they'll come up with a military budget, and we'll just buy the military budget, and we'll be able
Yeah,
to...
you know, I gotta say I disagree with this comment that I put up here. I think we've hit peak. We have nothing new to talk about. Nah.
Interesting.
People need to understand the importance of staking, the importance of delayed gratification, the importance of removing downside risk from their capital exposure. I mean, I don't think this is ever an old topic, so not sure how this is not, you know.
And I wouldn't call the things that Kool-Aid was saying exactly vanilla either, so I don't really know what you're paying attention to.
Yeah. I mean,
You ever have the mixed ice creams? Like the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry? That's what that was.
I like it.
Got him.
Like it.
Snipe the fuck out of that shit.
No joke.
Oh man, that's funny.
It really is. And then plus, like, you gotta really think about it. Like, if you like the fact that I talked to somebody today that's had Hex in their portfolio for months, since like November, and it's not staked. Like, bro, you didn't buy no tops, no bottoms since then. Like, you didn't let your B shares, T shares buy tops and bottoms the whole time.
Right.
Like,
at
all. We done had so much shit happen within that time.
Right.
24 Hex payout. What else?
That's why I'm and
like,
your comment is exactly why I'm gonna disagree once again. Of course, with crypto, new billionaires will be trillionaires and millionaires will be billionaires. But no, that's not entirely true. Because if you don't know what you're doing, crypto will wreck you.
That's facts.
And that's not an opinion, that's a fact. Better go look at some charts. I don't know what you think.
Well, yeah. That's just like saying that making money won't matter because milk will be $10. Yeah, but milk will be $10. You know,
nah,
20.
No. I feel like what's more apt is like, yeah. So what? Everybody's gonna make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are they gonna keep it though?
Like, think about all the money that was just printed.
Yeah.
Everybody that just
underestimate the keeping part.
Everybody got a stimulus check, multiple. Yeah. And where did all that money go? Some people are still in the same position they were in when before they got the money. Right. Some people were in a better position or a worse position. Some people did smart shit with it. you know.
right.
But
What you're both saying is going to apply to the title of this stream, which is called Mastering Time, is it not? I mean, that's
right.
what it is.
And this is why this is so important. Having the ability to delay gratification, whether it's 2 years, 10 years, 15 years, is important. Why? Because what you're doing is you're removing all of this crap from the probability of affecting your P&L. That's literally what you're doing, because over time, this is what price is always going to do. Why? Because of this USD, because of fiat. Because as long as we use fiat, that's a fact, not an opinion, and it ain't mine. That's just math. So it's important to keep that in mind, because that is what's going to guarantee you that major win. And I talk about this kind of thing all the time. I got a friend, we talk markets, whatever, in our own little college buddy chat, little single chat, whatever, right? And I've been keeping this guy in this oil trade for I don't know how long, but I can't get this fucker into this hex, man. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you'll ride this weak ass oil trade in this bootleg ass DBO ETF where you making one fucking X, bro.
I have the same conversations with friends in crypto, and I talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm just like, dude, don't you see what I see?
Man, look, I took 4 figures and turned it into 6, and this clown's still playing with this ETF shit.
But it's gonna make you money. I keep hearing damn XRP, bro. Fucking 15 people. Yo, I'm like, bro, do you not know what the definition of crypto is? Like, that's like the first thing I say. It's like, because, like, obviously you don't understand what we're doing here.
Nah.
A lot of people don't.
Well, I'll hop in here for a minute. I'll go smoke my cigarette. But here's the crazy shit. If you look at the XRP,
give me a fucking heart attack.
I know. Boom.
I didn't see his camera, and he came out of nowhere.
If you take the XRP army and you actually paid them in knowledge, and that knowledge paid them with liquidity and throughput, that's what we will have. The problem is the XRP army was minted in 2017 with a promise of being a bank coin. I mean, poor Vince. Anyway, I'm out of here.
The whole community can just sit down now. Okay, it's over. Kool-Aid just finished it. There it is.
I'll be right back. But yeah, poor Vince. But
he heard that shit. Had to
jump exactly in. What you have when people aren't paid well, but they still have tribalism. You pay them to be educated, and you level them up. That's the whole point of a Roman prefect. Right? Or anything else. You pay them to be powerful to help raise their populace.
Okay. Yeah, not just conscripts, right?
I had a dude tell me today, like, yeah, my cousin he made an exchange. And I'm like, that's amazing, bro. So your cousin's a scumbag. Like,
that's amazing,
like pretty much. He's like, but yo, give me 3 years, bro. Give me 3 years. Watch. Told you, Ripple, bro. And I'm like, dude, like, if you guys don't stop.
1.1x. Rockstar.
Like, what you get paid? You get paid what? You pay 3 coins a month? What's that?
3 coins a month.
Well, hey, man, I just got a certificate of deposit at my bank the other day, and they're giving me 1.7%, so you can go get fucked.
Ripple people don't get anything, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, nah, it was something else. I didn't want to bring it up.
You don't want to get yelled at like me.
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna get. I just, I don't want people.
Yeah, you want to get that bullshit on light.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is a decent question. Which is better, bigger or longer or both? Would you invest 5,000 for 1 year or 100 for 7? Well, I do 5,000 for 7. That's what I would do.
If I could take my 1 year that I did last year, and I could redo it, It would not be for
That's
1 year.
always
It would
I
not
got a
be for
always
stupid
1 year.
2-year stake too. That's about to come out in November this year because I did it in November 2020, and I'm still mad about that shit.
Yeah.
I have yet to hear
Still.
the positive end of that. Every Hexican that I've heard speak
Mhm.
on this very topic has constructed a ladder. So obviously they're going to have some near-term shit coming out. Every time one of them has some near-term shit coming out, they're like,
They upset.
I wish I would have staked that out for longer.
Look,
Yep.
I'm hype. I'm hype. I get more hex, but damn, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, you take that bag and
It,
let
it
me
ain't going
throw it out
nowhere.
there a
Yeah,
little longer. You feel me?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
would have had a little bit more t-shirts, and then that would have added on to
Yo,
that. You
could
know,
you imagine?
Even the short
Oh
ones
my.
perform better. Even the short
Mm-hmm.
ones
just better.
perform better than everything else.
Yep. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, think about it. You still getting comped for holding coins.
Yep.
I told you
So
about
why
that
not?
Palestinian boy, right? I do remember over the summer. I did set that stake for him, but this was kind of, a time thing where he needed resources to get food and medicine for his family in the Gaza Strip. So I just set him a short one, and it still did excellent, man. And we got him the funds, so it felt really good. I got to figure out how to make him the ambassador, Hex and Pulse in Palestine, dude. He'd be a good one for that.
One step at a time, bro. Let that
Right.
dude figure out how this shit work further. We ain't got that figured out.
Well, I'm
We ain't gonna
working
be
on that. I'm
ambassadors
working
all
on
day.
that.
Take
You know I am.
lots of time.
You know I am
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, that's how it works.
doing my best.
You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to want to participate, it's another thing to be able to participate. And that's why effort is required and all that shit. Like, I literally sat on this screen and figured out Hex uh, in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, people saw me figure out Hex in real time.
What in your
Um,
household? You mean? Because you were up in there for. You said that.
nah, I'm talking about on stream, bro.
On
No,
Oh,
stream,
okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
on
Because it was
stream.
your second episode that you ever had where you finally brought up starting to wrap your brain around the T-share. I'll never forget
Yeah,
that.
yeah. 'Cause I wasn't talking about Hex specifically in the sense that I understood it from a holistic perspective. I was
Mhm.
literally speaking about it from a cryptocurrency perspective
Right,
only,
strictly.
strictly.
And Motley says the same thing. He said, "Man, I had Hex for however many months, and I had no
It takes
conception."
it takes 6 months off, like period. 6 months of hard fucking work to really
It
grasp.
took me 5.
Yeah,
It took
like
me 5.
yeah, no, 100%, because you have to understand how folding a piece of paper 7 times is immutable, and then
Yeah,
it like unbreakable. Like
yeah.
you have to put the
That's a real
time
thing,
in.
by the way. Mhm.
Yeah, no, but I mean, but it's true. And me being game theory guy, it still took me 6 months. Because you have to live it, you have to experience it, you have to watch the community, you have to listen to things, you got to get your ears on and your face on straight, right? You don't learn just to tie a tie once and it works. Like
Right.
you need to continuously be able to autopilot the mechanics that allows you to understand the reality.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where even though it's obvious, it's not.
Well,
Right.
the obvious thing is what you get. Remember, what is it,
Yeah.
Warren Buffett? Like, what is it? Fucking price is what you pay, value is what you get. You don't understand the
Right.
concept of value till you get blockbustered. Then you
Yeah.
understood what you missed.
Right. And I mean, this is a great comment because this is an individual that's been around since day one.
Far Out Aliens is the man. Love the fuck out of that guy.
Day one, Hexagon here. And let's read this out loud. I wish all my stakes were way longer.
There it
My
is.
noob ass was throwing darts in 2020. Holy
Damn.
LOL.
That was the
Right?
name, dude. I'm a list guy. I like to make lists, and all my thoughts go into these lists because I'm analog a lot. I'm not digital as much. I'm analog. I make these lists, and I remember adding. I have a page. You guys aren't going to believe it. This is how much of a nerd and a hexagon I now am. I made a list of I thought pre-day one OGs were, who I learned were like day one people, who came in subsequent. And I just last month added Far Out Aliens to that like deep OG list, man. So blessings,
Yeah.
Far Out Aliens, man. Always contributing. What was that?
R.I.P. Brazology. R.I.P.
What?
What the fuck? Yo, how you gotta, and I know there's gotta be people out there with more stakes than that, but that shit is crazy.
Is that the punchline of a joke, or is that
I don't
he's
fucking
saying
know.
how much his ladder is?
Bro. R.I.P. That's all I got to say.
Damn.
Damn.
That's OD. I know some people with them. Not that many stakes, but shit, they had some monthlies.
Yeah.
And coming out this year, well, last year to this year. Think about all them fucking gas fees sitting there.
Man.
Oh, wait a
And
minute.
I would have been that
Okay,
same
that's
if I would
every
have been
month.
that same person. Yeah, I would have been that same person, to be honest. Like all the way out, like, or instead of doing it backwards, like shit.
One every month for 15 years.
Nope.
They
So
just
let's
get
see.
bigger and
Somebody's
bigger and bigger.
asking what's T-shares. So T-shares is the accounting function that you get from staking your hex. So what happens is you buy hex. If you want to earn yield, you stake it, and when you stake it, what happens technically is that the system burns the hex that you just staked, and it replaces that hex with something called a T-share. Now, that T-share, quote unquote, is merely just an accounting function, and all it's measuring is how many hex you're actually staking, because that quantity of hex that you're staking is a determinant for how much yield you will earn during the duration of your stake, which is a function of the quantity of shares that you are allotted based on the hex you stake. So I hope that wasn't too roundabout, but long story short,
I was gonna
it's
say.
it's long story short, it's the thing that keeps track of your yield over
And look,
time.
it's on a stream. Don't forget what the man just said is on the stream. So it's going to be on YouTube. You know, we go back, we rewind for a minute or two, just listen to it again and again and again, because he just gave you the cliff notes of what Kool-Aid had earlier said is a 5 to 6 month education process. Okay, so there's your cliff notes.
Yep.
And here's a
But remember, cliff notes just get you up to the cliff. If you don't do the homework, you're just going to fall right off.
fall off.
Right.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with cliff notes.
We got to start somewhere, though, right?
You know, cliff notes are great, but that's the homework. That you study a mountain before you climb.
I've never actually used cliff notes, to be honest with you.
No. I mean, like I use tutorials and shortcuts all the time. However, I use a lot of them all the time, so I'm always
I guess you would have to use a lot of them.
Yeah.
I guess you would have to use a lot of them.
Yeah.
So here's a technical definition. T-share is 1 trillion shares. Securing more shares helps to increase your share of earnings taken from the total distribution of daily payouts. In other words, the more shares you secure, the more hex you earn each day.
As many as 24 a day.
Can I use a good analogy on that, sir?
Uh-huh.
So, if you pay rent, right? Let's just say you want to live in this world. You have to pay rent. Now, that is a cost for you to exist in this world. Now, if you want to own equity, and not interest, equity, you would have to buy the house to pay the rent, but you would need the money first to buy the house to pay the rent. Now, if you wanted to earn interest, you need to buy a separate house. Not the one you live in, because you can't charge rent on it. I mean, you can actually break it down, but not as much as you would. So when you understand that you have to pay rent to exist, you can buy a house and pay interest to equity to actually gain value, or you can buy a house to rent it out to someone else. A T-share is essentially a house that prints houses, that prints houses, that prints houses. And both A and B of rent and rentor are still within the same paradigm of each house that prints down. That is compound interest.
Woo.
All right, that's way. All right, I like that
God
one better
damn.
than what I be telling people. I be telling people it's an eco-friendly Bitcoin miner.
Well. An eco-friendly boyfriend is a boyfriend that ain't got no house, ain't got no car. That's an eco-friendly boyfriend right there. Hey, baby, I'm just staying here. Don't worry, I'm eco-friendly, vegan. It's all good.
Yeah, well,
or an employee
I don't really get into
that pays you. You know.
Yeah, I don't really get into explaining T-shares often to people when I'm onboarding. That conversation really comes later on down the line.
Yep.
I kind of hold their
Mhm.
hand through understanding what they need to do. And while we are a crypto community where we set no expectations of the work of others, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I tell people, hey, trust me, I've been doing this for a while.
Well, I mean,
So
you trust in the Fed either way, sir. So
yeah,
like
exactly.
it's like the old Batman analogy from Batman 1 with Jack Nicholson or whatever. Like, who do you trust? So you need
Precisely.
our fake internet money is better than your fake internet
Yeah,
money.
there you go. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you,
100%.
Richard.
Yeah, shout out to him, right? I mean,
The
you
king.
I feel like we can play that thank you RH song all day and it's still not enough.
Nah. That shit
I
that
mean,
should go hard though.
yeah.
He did
I,
his thing on that.
I
I
mean,
ain't gonna
it's
lie.
so crazy, right? Because one person did this one thing. He made one choice that ultimately changed everybody else's life around that one choice.
But it's
Like,
because, like it's we didn't even have the magic carpet ride as an analogy at that point. That came much,
yeah,
much
we didn't have
later.
anything at that point.
Right. So, like, the thing is that we had to use the man, not the message, and then the message and not the man to be able to evaluate the FUD and the ideology. But if you understood well enough alone, someone that has a shit ton of money doesn't need to be a Nigerian prince. So why would it happen? But then when we see it compound, again, accordion game theory, fold the paper, you can see the bedrock being built because what someone wants legacy, they only care about that, not their own personal gain because they have that. You don't play chess to take someone's queen, you protect your own. I mean, granted, you do if you're trying to attack, but at the end of the day,
That's an if.
everything is a defensive and an offensive phalanx. Hence, Hex.com Diamond being labeled off the Enigma Diamond or community funding for the NASCAR.
Yo, let's
Or
talk
this.
about. Hold on, Crypto Kool-Aid. Let's talk about the game theory behind that move.
Sure. So not
How
only
gangster was that?
Hold on, I got to go rip a seatbelt and an airbag out of one of my
Yeah.
vehicles. I'll be right back.
yeah, well, like let's say first it didn't come from space. First
Yeah.
it didn't have. I really can't believe it's 555.55. I almost
With 55 facets.
I almost think that it's not fucking like the Matrix fucking around with shit. That somebody shaved some shit off to make that accurate. But the fact that it is and what it is irrelevant. It's irrevocable. It's immutable. He owns the largest diamond from space that was before his purchase called the Enigma Diamond. That's an interesting name.
Can I blow your mind?
I highly appreciate that name. But then renamed it as branding. Hey, bit boy, how's your diamond looking?
What'd you say,
Can I
Dolo?
blow your mind?
Yeah.
If you have an Alexa and you go and ask her what Hex.com is, she will tell you it is
you're
the
fucking
largest.
with my phone right now. I need to turn off that goddamn assistant.
Yeah, turn it off. That's why I said
I
it
know,
low.
right?
That's why I said it low. I said it low because I got one in the crib.
Oh,
But
you
if you go and ask her what the Hex.com diamond is, she'll tell you. Oh, not the diamond. What Hex.com is, she'll tell you the diamond.
Correct.
And that it's the Guinness World Record.
Will point you to that Dolo. Yes, sir.
Holy shit.
No, because it's brilliant. Remember,
Smart
everything
man.
to fold, right? And,
Wow.
Dolo,
I'm
right
blown away right now.
Yeah, Dolo,
I did not know that.
Yeah, think about it, Wales.
They
It's
did that
like
shit quick.
dealing with your people in the fucking the pit when they're fucking selling socks, right? You know what a fucking commonality is. You know where to go for something that has commonality. Now the SEO on Hex.com is the largest diamond ever purchased that fell out of the goddamn sky. Yep. Correcto low. Tip of the hat, sir.
I like MT Coiner here too, man. I like that. You know, Richard already knows.
Yeah, but there's also another token called Enigma. But that's the whole thing. Like when I talk
about, I didn't know that. I like the name. That's a shame.
Yeah, well, remember, like I talk about petrock.com, right? Petrock.com set the foundation for the meltdown that everyone would need to have a .com. Otherwise, you change your fucking company name. If you don't own the .com, you don't call your company that. And that happened because of petrock.com's implosion. It sets the concrete foundation for everything else to come.
That's funny. Name my only one. Yeah, I actually have ideas that I'd like to express in regards to what I think the incentive token should be myself. So I'm gonna make a video on that at some point. But long story short, just to give you guys the TLDR, before I even do it, I think it should be a stable coin of some sort. I don't think it should be a coin that fucking trades. That's dumb. Because we already got all these fucking coins locked up elsewhere. You need a pressure relief valve for this economic system.
Yes, sir.
If you want it to flourish.
And on top of that, when you use the accordion game theory method, that people will use that to buy certain assets. Let's say you buy that to buy Pulse. Then you take that Pulse and put into liquid loans. Safely, stupid over collateralized. Then use that USDL to buy more PulseX to then get that incentive token. A stable is right. An algorithmic stable would be better because then you could pair two different algorithmic stables between liquid loans against itself. But yes, that is exactly in the vein of what the fuckery that I like.
So do I understand it correctly? Because last time I checked, we had 3 stables portending that we know of on Pulse. Are there more or less?
So if I can, we are harvesting everything, right? Yeah. All the AMM bot fucking takes all of it.
The dye, everything.
Yeah, all of it. Gone. And so if we pair on a bonded pair with the hard slaw, who happens to have $1 billion in stables? I have no idea. But who also controls where all that stables will go? Also, I have no idea. And so if USDC decides to fuckery, which is why Richard has said they may get sued if they do stupid shit. That's the disclaimer, right? Fucking floor is slippery. Walk with caution, right? It just means you can't be sued, right? Or can't be fucked, or to let them know that they can be sued. So if USDC on the harvester side gets paired with the harvester side of the war chest, now we have a full stable. If they want to fuck with it, fuck off. I can unplug my stables over here on the east side and make an algorithmic, whether it's DAI, whether they push into liquid loans, whether liquid loans is another partner on the phalanx to move things forward. What it is about bonding liquidity pairs with the same ideals. That's why you make tribalism or tribes. So that way one person can be the blacksmith, one person can be the fucking clothing maker, one person can be the feather tender. Doesn't really matter. But like once you have bonded liquidity, the liquidity pairs bond to themselves. And the stable on one side is actualized assets. We also can talk better on all the rest of that. But it's like Hedron, using Hedron to like future-proof yourself, to be like, I'm trading futures on oil. And eventually a fucking giant fucking barrel of crude appears in my house when the staker box. It's very, very, very interesting theory on how all the rest of that bends on top of each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of the interesting thing about it. I like the idea of an algorithmic stable, barring that it's not like the ones that exist.
So explain to me what you don't think about DAI compared to, I mean, USDC, GUSD, TUSD.
So DAI is what? Half fucking stable and half Ethereum?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, thanks. We got a special guest that's joined the chat.
Oh, who we got?
Mr. Marco.
Hey, my boy. How the fuck are you, sir?
Hey, Marco.
What's up, fellas? What's up? I don't want to distract you guys too much. What's going on, man?
Yeah, fucking like it was such a privilege to meet you in New York, man. An absolute fucking privilege, sir.
There you go.
I can hear you. You guys, you broke up. Say that again.
Oh, I was saying it was an absolute privilege to hear you in New York. Are you muted or is your devices off?
Oh no, I hear you now. I hear you now.
Right.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
noticing
man.
some sound issues. I don't know if it's with StreamYard or YouTube, but I am hearing farts in our sound that are continuing.
Might be my connection. Let me unplug
Uh,
because it usually is me. Hold on.
Yeah, man. Of
my
course,
headset.
Kool-Aid. It's been a pleasure in New York meeting you, man. One, your dance moves is legendary. But your mindset, man, the knowledge you speak, it's guys. Let me tell you, everybody in the chat, this man's the way he talks and the knowledge that's in his head. You could sit there for a month and still not get bored. Like he knows so much shit. It's unbelievable. Like
I couldn't believe it when I heard he could dance too. I was like, "Who is this polymath, man?"
He could ask Wales when Wales comes back, bro. This guy could dance, bro.
He could bust.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
That's what I started doing like 25 years ago.
My dude was like breakdancing with a drink and couldn't even drop it. Like I was like, who is this guy? And like, oh shit, it's Crypto Kool-Aid. Like it was dope, man. That was dope.
That's crazy.
I can also spin fire.
Dolo,
so
what's up, buddy?
I can level up.
Chilling, how you been?
Chilling, buddy. Das child, like
We
always,
all used to break on cardboard, right? I don't know if I could do that.
Hey, cardboard, concrete, everything, hardwood floors, whatever works.
Yankee
Man.
kid would come with a roll of fucking linoleum down the block. He had linoleum.
It just sucks when you get old. The shit hurts a lot more. I gotta wear
Oh my
two
God.
sensitivity braces now. these days.
I agree.
If I got out there and tried to do the dolphin, I would. God only knows. I would be severely
It needs
injured.
to be toast. Forget about it.
Yeah,
Yes,
earlier,
sir.
you guys was talking about the hex diamond, and I'm just gonna say something really quick about that, right? Like, I don't think people realize the marketing genius, how far it is, right? Because understand something, right? What's the eyes we're trying to catch? We're trying to catch the elites, the big players, the big whales outside of crypto, right?
Not necessarily the least, because fuck them. But
Well,
big
I'm talking about like just the big players, right? Like the people who have the money that could come in.
Oh, you got rugged. We're talking about elite.
So like,
What'd you get, Mark?
we can correlate it to Tropic Thunder, big dick players, right?
Right.
Five, right? You know what I mean? Like we want big dick players coming in. I mean, watch Tropic Thunder. It's probably
Tom Cruise's that Tom Cruise character is the best, bro.
That's the game person. It's my favorite. It's hands down.
Kidding me?
Is my favorite.
That motherfucking shit.
That's a real dude, man. That's a
real dude. You better believe that's a real dude.
And that's the thing is that we want big dick players. And so, like, when you can do that, and like here's some subtle game theory for you. If you're a small shrimp and you get in before the big dick players get in, your bags get pumped like a bitch. So you just if you're on Team Whale and a bigger whale comes and plays, now you again run the phalanx. When I was a truck driver, we'd run in drifts. That way, like, we all knew what traffic was there. We get better mileage. We do all the rest of that. We run in a phalanx. If you don't understand that, even as a small fish, you get to ride. I said it earlier, like the God whale just made the straw that much bigger. Right? And remember, he made the first straw from what 0.006 to 1 cent, or whatever the hell it was. It never came. It never will touch that floor again. Why? Because that's the straw.
Facts.
That motherfucker had the nerve.
Wow.
That motherfucker had the nerve to say, like, it's like a cult. And every bit of our conversation this evening has indicated to me that we are quite the fucking opposite of a motherfucking cult.
I'll take cult. The thing is that when you take cult and you have enough people in them, you have a republic, or you have a side.
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
right?
fair, fair.
Like,
right.
Cult is only voltaic till you get enough people that people can't call it a name anymore.
Yeah, it's only an aspersion to a point. Yep.
Well, it's shedding the skin of a fucking dragon. And I said this many, many, many times over the last 2 years. Every time Hex takes that super dump, we shed our fucking scales.
There he is.
We molt, and we become a stronger dragon. Marco, you're back.
Sorry, the power went out really quick.
You looked good. Where you froze at? Yeah, you looked good. You didn't have your eyes.
Sorry. Yeah, look, it's shop.
I thought the elites got you, bro.
Yo, I said elites and
Stupid.
bam, shut shit down.
Unplug that
Oh
motherfucker.
no! Oh no!
They're
Came
like,
down on some rip cords from the
I
ceiling to
know,
the
man.
ducks.
Like, what the fuck?
The
Oh,
Dolphins
no.
trying to hack your internet again, man. I tell you what. You guys,
Yeah, man. I
so
apologize.
again,
guys.
Marco, please talk about the Hex time.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
sorry
it's
about that.
super
Yeah, really
No,
quick.
no,
So, what I love about the marketing behind this is that you have to understand when items like that go around, some people are willing to pay almost anything for that, right? You have the jewelry industry, you have the art industry, you have the exotic type of people, right? You have all these type of people that they know they got a notification when that shit was sold. They all, I guarantee, they all went to see who was the seller, and they all to see who's Richard Hart. They all got to see. I bet you they watched probably a video too of him, just see like who the hell is this guy that just outbid everybody, right?
Mhm.
And when they found out who this guy is, then they get a little interested, right? They're planting the seeds. I think that diamond was like the biggest seed you could plant around this world for people who actually matter to have eyes on. So
It was also Marco one step ahead.
Yeah.
He was not known as the buyer in the beginning.
Exactly.
That's why it said, sir.
Yep.
It was the anonymous billionaire
Yep.
who happened to be Richard Hart.
Exactly.
There is a difference in playing your phalanxes,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You want to checkmate, not
Exactly.
check.
But
So-
guarantee everybody that was interested, and they saw unknown billionaire. Who's that billionaire? Who's the billionaire that bought?
Yeah.
They want to know. And when they find out it's Richard Hart, crypto billionaire of what? What crypto? What this? What that? And then they follow the yellow brick road, and next you know they're in Hex. You know,
It's like how we, my bad. It's like how we, Marco, I thought I was gonna be the first comment on that Hexwell bot shit. You know how many comments popped up, and just knowing that we all knew that a bill got moved in
Oh,
Hex, so we were all sitting there, all right, what the fuck about to happen? And then like, you know how many people were staring at that phone, bro, staring at
Absolutely.
the computer screen, like. We all had that same reaction. So like imagine that on
exactly.
a broader scale.
Yeah,
you
It's
know?
like when we
it's exactly
will
what it
moving Godwill moving some shit around to other addresses. We were like, that was a couple months ago. We were like, oh shit, something's about to happen. Like it's so funny with the blockchain like that.
Mhm.
It was beautiful, man. You had one side, the founder buying this incredible diamond that once again was like beyond match made in heaven, right? Like everything that could go perfect for Richard Hart and Hex just did with that diamond, right? Like the enigma, the voodoo in it, the hidden
number,
mystery.
man, I swear to God, they shaved it off. I couldn't make anything as a game.
Somebody got a nail filer. Like hold on.
Yeah,
There we go.
I fuck burning money. I want this to be
Like,
$500.
no, you shaved off $2 million. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Mm.
Off you go, off you go, bitches. But
It's
yeah,
beautiful,
like
man.
it's stupid game theory.
Yeah,
because
man,
what it
it's
does
incredible.
is it pivots to the Gucci, the Lamborghini, the oil Saudis, all the fucking other people, and on top of that, we have Daytona, which is crowdfunded, which is not Richard Hart. There is a very, 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 very different understanding of if you do not fucking get Hexagon inside, like Intel inside, we all are now the next whales on what we build, what we develop, and the things that we want to see happen. Whether you're a country, whether you're a company. I tweeted something today that Microsoft's going to get power play for Meta, aka Facebook. And I can laugh at them because I actually understand game dev. Their CEOs don't know how to fucking ship shit. I do. Like, I was back support for the fucking car just because I needed to make sure that they had a back support on the goddamn car. They went with a NASCAR design. That's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure that Hexagon inside had something that Hexagon built that was ready to go. That way you didn't have the...
That's safe than sorry, man, period.
Here's the thing I do in fucking shipping games is ship it. That's why it's the fucking
Imagine that.
It's we ship it, right? We don't fucking fuck around. And so, like, at the end of the day, if you have a fucking someone watching your six or fucking taking care of your back, or you know you have your bedrock supported, you're good. Period.
You know what's the most craziest thing, right? That I think this past 2 weeks showed, actually the past two to 3 weeks showed the trifecta of what Richard Hart did. Ready? One, the founder itself spent millions for the community, right? And for the purpose of showing the power of the community 15 years out. 2, you had the community raise $600,000 plus in 5 days, right? That showed the power of the community of what this man has done. And 3, you have the biggest whale probably in most in crypto was committed to show the power of Hex and the commitment of the community and in Richard Hart. He put $200 fucking million 15 years out.
Well
Triple
observed.
trifecta. How the fuck you beat this? Excuse me.
So let me fold that one more time, Marco.
Well observed, Marco.
Man.
So what I told you in New York is if you take the term profit, no profit from the work of others, and you look at it in a mirror and you look at it backwards and you flip it, it's profit and help others.
Nobel Prize.
When you have all the money that you don't need to do anything but profit and help others, then you profit from no work of others. That is the fold of the paper on A, had to get rid around the Howey test because it's securities law from the 70s. We didn't have fucking the internet back then. B, it's old stupid shit. So what do? Out chess it. You play chess when everyone else playing checkers. That's what Richard's doing. It's StarCraft with finance. He used that the other day, I heard. And I was just like, well, I'll take credit for that one. I've been saying that for a long time.
Guys, can I chime in here with something, man?
Please.
I'm going to have something that'll become apparent to you guys in the coming weeks of what I'm working on as far as my content goes in my show. But I made a video about 4 hours ago that this is now about the 6th or 7th time that this roundtable has brought up something that I intuited and spoke on 4 or 5 hours ago. Now, when I release this and this comes out, I'm going to actually have to say like the time frame of this, like I made this before I was on with Marco and Dolo and Kool-Aid and Wales. And it's going to be a mind blower that I hit on as many things and the huge fine gentlemen are just banging on tonight. This has been just, God damn.
Listen, man. And it's crazy. It's not like we're spitting something random, right? Like it's like what Richard Hart is doing is the code of realness, right? Like this guy built something that's just I don't know, man. To me, I think it's unstoppable. And this community behind this community behind it is definitely unstoppable. Like shit's gonna get real, guys. Like this is just we just hit the 3rd-year mark. The next 2 years is gonna be interesting, really, really interesting. So
again, Marco, think about Hexkin inside, right? We have MCA, we have Mad Energy, we have maybe one day I'll build Ready Player One. But we have like all sorts of very, very interesting things that are they're hexagon inside. Yeah. I've modeled that forever, how to take lead water from babies bathing in lead in Flint, Michigan, and how to turn it into a super city. There are many things that we can build as the future benefactors of the Richard Hart mindset, right? That children mindset that you should profit and help others instead of no profit and the work of others. It's the same thing they try to demonize universal basic income. But what if you can make universal basic income actually profitable for everyone? Oh, you mean
that's not what they're trying to do, though. So that's
not what they're trying to do. Yeah. But it's something that we can do, right?
Right. But that's the thing. We can't look. And I gotta shut the whole fucking UBI comment down just because the term is communistic.
It is. No, I agree with you.
What I mean?
Yeah, but it's like saying a timeshare is disgusting because of the term.
Right.
We do merit. We do merit based in this community. We do merit based.
Sure. So again, timeshare is a dirty term, but you get to go stay somewhere. That's a resort for a thing that you did a thing for. But it has a negative connotation. Am I not right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right. So again, UBI just is something that people understand. But when you pay people for their worth and their value fairly, theoretically, that is an UBI. It's crony capital. It's capitalism for the poor and for everyone, not crony capitalism.
Right.
I just want my free crack pipe.
Stupid.
I'm saying.
Where did I see that earlier?
Let me answer this question on the screen. Fuck that. These fucking losers. So how long should I stay for?
I answered that, sir. But
did you answer it?
Yeah, it's hard to say, man. You really got to sit down with pen and paper and
Yeah, I don't think that's something you could just type in the chat, bro.
exactly. Yeah.
You really gotta think about what you're doing.
Yeah. Look at your lifestyle. Look at what you want to be in 5-10 years and build a ladder off base that. My plan, everybody's plan is gonna be completely different than yours.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm one of the olders, like, where I'm at in my life. And when I started, I was bitching about it. I was bitching and I didn't understand. And even though people would make the argument, well, you got 4 kids. It's like, yeah, I do got 4 kids, but I've also had a hard fucking life and I would like to enjoy myself a little and not be the guy with the wheelchair that has the mags and says, hey, look, I finally made it. I've arrived. It's my time now.
I mean, that's why I came forward. It's often because, like,
100%.
That having been said,
motherfucker. And I appreciate people that work harder than what they play.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, Justin Sung or all the rest of that, they play with their money to get a mouth.
My ultimate point, I'm sorry, was that I saw the light. I did. The end of the story is that I do have 15s now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It makes perfect sense. That having been said, what Marco's
everyone should have one.
Yeah. I agree. And you might want to make that like sooner than later.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, like, my theory long before anyone even talked about wrapping a T-share. I was talking about the cap, about building a game that did that pre-big payday. Mm-hmm. You don't touchy for 2 years. I don't touchy for 2 years, and I understand how to build the accordion theory. Like 2 years is bare fucking minimum. If you can invest something for 2 years, yet you put something into your 401k, which is based on the dollar that inflates, which would be worth jack and shit.
You can't
also
touch
divided by Social Security. You're a fucking fool and shouldn't talk to people on the internet. You need to go
especially
back
about
to
finance.
school.
Especially about
yes,
finance.
sir. Like no touchy for 2 years minimum, but you should set your 369 ladders, your 15 ladder, your rolling stake. You should have a big rolling stake every year and then a fun month payday. That way you're not fucking strapped. Yeah. You should set yourself up for prosperity, which means that you at least get 2 per year. Big one, middle one.
Actually, it's 4 per year at that point because you're getting the duplicate.
And I ain't even getting how to divide that. Take that asset, run it through liquid loans, stupid over collateralized, use that.
You're already thinking on the other side.
That's what I do, sir. But again, like you when in 2012 I learned about Bitcoin. It's with my ex-fiance, with her for 8 years, raised her 2 kids. I didn't realize that $1,200 was a fractionalized asset. Had I done the homework to realize it's a fractionalized asset, I probably would have heard of Ethereum at 30 cents. I'm kind of a techie kind of guy.
Yeah.
What would have happened then? Vastly different. Guess what? We have the God whale story. He realized it was a fractionalized asset.
You could have been God whale.
Like, you have the opportunity to be a God whale here. At any number.
Now, a pulse wheel, a pulse X wheel, a HEX wheel.
Anything.
You could be.
Like, the assets are there. And you can actually commodify, you can run them and trade them against each other if you had to. I would never recommend doing that, but you could. You can do all sorts of things. And because everyone else is going to do that, if you do the sure thing, which is don't fuck up, you will be fine. You will be absolutely fine because everyone else is going to rise to the tide.
I want to do a little quick shout out to, and this is definitely for Godwill, right? Because there's 2 things he did today, and I put 2 different tweets about it, right? If nobody's seen it before, was one, this is a man, like he said a few months ago that he truly believes Hex could be 10, 100, 1,000, even 10,000 or more dollars, right? Mm-hmm. And for him to do $200 million 15 years out, the man stands by his word, right? That's huge. That's beyond, that's big balls type of talk, right? Mm-hmm. And then 2, he did not 2D, not 3D, he did like 10D chess. And what I mean by that is this. He made a play that really, I bet you tonight, all the big whales that's kind of could be close to him all went home to really think over their strategy.
They went home crying, sir.
He changed the game. He changed the game. He literally flipped everybody's ladder upside down and was like, all right, guys, you want to play games? I'm doing this big stake. Come play with me. And now all
he did
these
it
big
before
whales,
too. He was the first one to pump it too.
Yep.
Not only did he do it one, accordion game theory. You fold it on top of each other, and he's like, "Oh, you want to play? Come play."
Exactly.
Boom again.
Exactly.
And he
forced
still
everyone.
has fucking ammo. He still has dry powder.
That was
Do
like
you
20,
think
what,
he's not
20%,
gonna
30% of his bag? That's it.
Do you think that he's not going to protect the E-Hex strategy?
Exactly.
All these other people that think it's going to dump?
Yeah.
What
Listen, let me tell you
happens when the God Whale
Please, everybody
decides
leave.
to bridge over and defend E-Hex?
Yep. Everybody that wants to go to
don't
P-Hex,
understand basic QA.
go ahead. You can leave P-Hex. You want to leave E-Hex? Go ahead. I'll take a fucking high APY any day, baby.
All of it.
Come on.
No. Because anything in E-Hex is going to be event. The thing is that here's the crazier thing. This guy is not stupid. He knew that he could wait. Oh, actually, it's going to do this shit on the fly. Guess what kind of hedron the God Whale is going to be able to mint?
All of the hedron.
No, again, like I can do this on the fly. That's why they had me out to talk to an awesome dude out in Miami while I was out there. And so, like, now the God Whale, who is one of us, like, he's already come out as a humanist, a common person that got in,
Motley,
that held, that is not an autocrat, an officiary, fucking any elite. He's just a dude that figured out fractionalized assets first. Bought fractionalized assets and then did what? The fucking homework. I'm an investor, my boy.
How you doing,
man?
Hail to the Daytona, sir. Fucking hail to the Daytona. You did fucking well.
Thanks for all you do.
Hey, yo, we're gonna do a community wrestling match. Me and Motley, raise some money. You know, I told him a long time ago, get ready though. Well, I'm already ready.
Motley is one of the few best friends that I have in crypto that I have not met yet. He is a gentleman and a scholar, and he has me.
I think we could all say that. Like, I see Motley as a brother. Like, there's a
Me
guy
too.
like I trust this guy with all my heart. Like,
100%.
good dude. Fucking always grinding for the community, always doing something. Not that nobody in this panel, anybody else in the chat doesn't do that. This guy, he really
not a
goes
mutually
hard.
exclusive statement when you say it. We ain't even got to worry, right?
Exactly.
However, the thing is that Motley always plays with his hand, not his mouth. There's a very, very, very different than someone that plays with their mouth and not their hand. Motley has always done everything he needs, and yes, he's busy as fuck.
And
he's young, bro. He's
busy, right?
Young dude, bro.
You bastard.
And if you had if I was Motley's age right now and I was in the position he was in, I'd be doing just as much, bro.
He's
making
one of
as
he's
many
one of
moves.
Yeah, but he again is one of the Spartans, right?
Yeah.
Like we all move
no joke, front line.
Together.
And he's got compassion to go with that intelligence, which makes it really interesting.
Yeah, not only that, the guy was from former military. He's strict. He knows his shit. Like,
dude, he was a Hexkin in the military. He just finally got out. He finally got his freedom after a year and a half in with us. I don't know how he was fucking hacking into the Gibson to fucking be streaming on a goddamn boat. But yeah, that's the thing is that Motley has treated me incredibly well, and because of that factor, he is a human worth value, and he has anything he ever needs from any of us that have value.
Cosign.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Vegas and I met Motley for the first time. He was like across the room in that that karaoke place type of thing, and he yelled, "Mark!" He ran to me, gave me a bear hug. I'm like, "Oh shit, look at Motley!" Like it was exciting, you know. Like he's a real dude, man. Like we got a lot of real people in this.
Yeah,
shit.
He's too funny for that comment.
He's a real human being. He's not just
he's real, man.
Bot on the internet.
Smart man, very smart man.
Motley's stupid. This comment.
Yeah.
That's why we have Vince with you, bro. Vince is the brains of shit, you know.
I've actually met Vince twice. So.
Let me make this clear.
Up a third rail, right?
I'm dying to meet Vince in person. If I do, I'm gonna give this guy a biggest kiss and hug. Like I love that guy to death. He's a real dude, man. Vince is like he's a shit. There's another guy that does. People don't realize he does a lot for the community behind the scenes, and he does not brag about it. A lot. Like he helped a lot of Hexagons out. I'm not gonna, it's people's private business. He's done a lot for a lot of people. So that guy, hats to this guy, you know. And he's young, man. This kid's gonna change the world too. I'm telling you.
But that's all. Again, we come back to the same statement. It's a cut of cloth. When you fold cloth together on multiple different braids, you can make something strong.
Him and
what you wanted-
Jenna, whatever his name is, her name.
Oh, Jenna, the court Vince.
There
But
you
no,
go,
no,
added in the
I've met Vince twice. We host him here.
Lucky man.
No, Vince is a proper gentleman and a scholar. I absolutely love those kind of people because they're real. I only want to surround myself with real fucking people.
I'm gonna get this guy like 5 escorts in Vegas.
Yeah, but the thing is that like if you have money, you throw it away. When people are building their wealth in their asset class to build other people, now you're building people. It's people chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
It is, again, no profit from the work of others. Profit and help others. People chess.
Mm-hmm.
So who all's going to Vegas then? I
Oh
guess
hell yeah, bro! I'm there, bro. Everybody better buy me a drink. That's it. I need a free beer.
You going, Dolo?
I'm over here allocating.
Yeah, I'm kind of like if something happens, I won't say no. I'm supposed to be driving right past there in a couple weeks, so it'd be dumb not to, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
I should be able to buy my ticket this week. To be honest,
I may have to back out just
I
because
got kids. I got kids.
Stupid work shit, and then like Freedom TV wants me to go to Miami, and it's just too much shit.
I got 4 little ones. So they're gonna need daddy by then.
Yeah, I have a 5 and a 7, so but I gotta make it. I have to see my.
I'd love to see all you all, and that's the only reason. Literally, while I would come, it's just unfortunately I thought I was on the weekend instead of Maddie doing it on a weekday. But for me, not for Matt,
this kind of coincides with the Thoth Child mission, and I guess
the thing is that like I had assumed that you would adult it on the weekend, at least on a Friday starter, and then like get everyone to do it. And then I actually looked at the dates. I'm like, fuck, it starts Monday. I got big shit I gotta do, especially if I need to leave again in like 2 other weeks. But if I can get out there, I'll get out there. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to see who's out there on the early or the late flights and just come in to hang out with all y'all. Because logistically,
that'd be cool, man.
I just want to see all y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't care about a conference. We can just hang out at a bar because we're all friends.
Well, there's the thing.
Molly, I agree.
I'm going to hang out with Hexastani outside each event that you got to get a ticket for.
Wills, you making it to Vegas?
I don't know, man, because work is acting funky right now.
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
I'm the same way as Wills, man. It's just,
they acting like they want motherfuckers in the office, but
then they say nah.
Right. It's the weirdest fucking thing,
so
yo. Let me tell y'all. Let me
Wait,
tell y'all how stupid it is.
What?
Yeah, let me explain.
You gotta come, bro.
Like,
it's not gonna be the same.
No. Hold on. Let me explain.
Let me hear about work.
It's super dumb. It's super dumb. This is how dumb it is. They want people in the office, but they don't want to force you to go to the office because they don't want to be liable for, I don't know, you breathing, I guess. I really don't understand.
So stupid.
It's entirely stupid.
Oh, they want to dangle you. They want to dangle it there, make you commit and change your life and limit you.
I don't know.
But
You have no idea. More and more, I hate fucking New York.
If you're an audio engineer, you call that a dongle, just so you know. You gotta pay to access your software.
Yeah, more and more, I hate fucking New York. The stupid shit they do is just retarded.
Not a
man.
dangle.
You gotta remember, you still messing with New York stupidity. So
yeah. I mean, New York's been taken over by retards. Like
Beyond.
I left in 2000 and I came back and it was retard city. Period. Like straight up, all the good shit is gone. Everything is fucking commercialized. New York is a fucking shade of what it was. Not a half, a shade.
Not even.
But Wales, look at what happened to Rome. They extended too far. They decided to fucking attack the Gauls, and at that point, German motherfuckers be like, "Not today, Satan," and they invaded back. And then once you had a phalanx back of other people invading back, what happened? Not Constantinople, but you got to be careful with that shit. Wall Street's playing the same damn game. You got to be careful when you attack a dragon, and you got to be careful when you bend a knee to a dragon.
Well, Wall Street already kind of killed himself with Canada. With what they've done in Canada, that's it. They already.
I saw some stuff today, but I've been like off the grid on vacation. I just got back, so
and what's happening over there is freaking ridiculous. You saw Wales tweeted that in that speech they did. That's like. That's not Nazi right there, and like I don't know if that's not like I don't know, man. Like,
they are big bugging. They really
what
want to
else
throw
do you
that
want them to
financial
say?
future in the hole.
Like, these guys will go on TV and say, "Hey, we're on your way to your house to shoot you." Like, there's going to be so many people that won't give a shit still. Like, you can't be that stupid.
But it's just
you
an
know?
optics thing. It's just an optics
It's
thing
optics,
because that
optics,
border, right? That isn't like this distinctly different place, Canada. It's just where they're rocking with that narrative and that steez. These countries are controlled by, at the end of the day, the same motherfuckers. Down here, up there, down there, down there.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But Wells, can you give me a quick fucking elevator pitch on what happened? I know I saw some link about some Canadian person talking about dexes and things, but can you give me the 13
And basically, long story short, go ahead, Wes. Go ahead, buddy.
Go
Long story short, they could shut down all your banks whenever they decide to, and they could shut down all your finances.
But Bank of America did that for all of us when we were trying to buy crypto in 17.
But now they could go after your crypto, apparently, everything, your funding,
So they tried to slide buying crypto and sending. No, I'm sorry, not buying. Well, actually, yes, they slid.
Buying.
Not only donating funds to specific causes on crowdfunding sites under terrorism legislation.
I hate that.
But they also added crypto to that too.
It's called a beta. It's called a beta test. Before
it's called a
beta.
beta.
And they mentioned laundering through crypto. So stupid.
Yeah.
First,
I mean,
the funding
shit was money laundering in there. Forget about it.
First, the crowdfunding, right, was funding terrorists and all that stuff, and now this. It's so stupid, man. Like,
if they're going after money laundering, then they're going to be putting handcuffs on themselves. So that's kind of
that's how you know.
But the thing is that money laundering is done through fucking politicians, not the other way around. The difference is that we have transparency on the other fucking side. So like they really want to play. Like I posted on Twitter. Facebook and Microsoft's gonna be very, very painful when I come to build Meta. So, like, they can't play that game against themselves.
They're gonna try, that's for sure. So it's gonna be fun to watch, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, this is literally the time of popcorn where I understand all the variables, and like I'm sitting and eating the popcorn. So I was sitting in a hot tub with the money guy from EA, and the money guy. And he's like, you should immediately quit your job because you're one of the fucking few fools that understand full stack game dev, full stack crypto. And I'm like, yeah, I suppose I am. But like,
and you can dance.
There is that. There is that. I do know how to like let off the pressure and not cook the goose. But like at the end of the day, they can't play that because eventually their own greed begots them. Right? Fucking devil's advocate, touch but don't taste, taste but don't like, love but don't enjoy. Whatever the fuck the synopsis is. They will fall to their own greed. And when they get paid in the asset that pays more than the thing that they're deflacing, I really don't know what to say more about that.
I like it. I like the way that you think, and it's great hearing it because Wales is constantly just banging on the best outcomes, man. He knows we got to do the work, but we best outcomes, and it's kind of inspiring. And then when I hear Kool-Aid saying it, coming at it from a different angle, it's good, man. Good, gentlemen. It's good. It's good.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like even like Richard's not a god; he's a very, very smart person. But Richard surrounds himself with people who think about priority and prestige. Right.
The most talented men ever know how to delegate.
That's right. I was just about to say, yeah.
Yes, sir. No, and again, like if you don't have me and I delegate you someone, again, look at Markable, right? Fucking like Markable's my student. He's stupid fucking talented. Stupid fucking talented. But he has anything access to any of my wheel of tutorials, knowledge, anything at any time. Wait till you see what he's doing for funding, Jim. It looks dope.
Oh, I fucking saw it.
Did you see the new one? Do you see the new one?
Oh man,
I can't leak because I'm not allowed.
Oh, don't show it. No, you can't show it. But let me tell you.
No, I ain't saying it. But
it's impressive.
Markable, he's a smart guy, man.
The beard.
It's the
Very
beard.
smart.
It's not him. Don't give him so much credit.
Well, that's where he's going to save USD. Let's be very, very clear. I've already talked about how make a DAO would save USD, which is inside.
Nah, man, that kid's smart, man. He knows his shit. Like, and he's young.
Yeah.
He's
What
young
he is
and
hungry.
He's playing around enough. He's playing
Hungry,
around enough.
hungry.
Exactly.
It's all
Hungry
about
is it.
being hungry. I was the worst artist in the world, and now people say I'm one of the best world builders in the world. But like, I'm just hungry. I sleep at work. I don't stop till I think it's good.
That's
And
beautiful.
that's what you want as a mentality within a phalanx of a kind of cloth of people, is that your bar hand, your fucking captain, your fucking like steward, whoever the fuck you want, doesn't leave because they're paid well to do the best that they can do.
Yes.
And when it's done, then they leave and they pass it off to the next master of the watch. It's stupid fucking simple how to win this game.
And it's a complete opposite of how the fucking dynamic is out there in the legacy fiat world.
Oh yeah, because everyone pays to be. You fail up. Remember, legacy, you fail up. Like you have a bad fucking trader, but they're a butt buddy for someone that's worth a lot of money. They fail up. Now they're the big boss. It's super simple.
Yeah, you're a failed virologist. You end up running the entire country's program.
And I get
I was gonna. They teach you how to fail up. They teach you how to fail up. Pretty
For
much.
the win.
Yeah,
Crazy, isn't it?
I only focus on positives. I don't focus on negatives because it's not worth my brain power to
Good for
focus
you.
on
Facts.
fucking up.
I should
Period.
practice.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
it's good to see, though. It's still good to see, though.
100%. But like, as a rule of thumb, I don't dictate times to stupid shit. I put twice as much energy to people who are actually making a difference. It's worth my brain power better that I don't have to croak on dealing with stupid, right? And that's what you kind of have to do sometimes. I'll be right back.
No,
Jeff.
no doubt, no doubt. And when you're already setting records and blowing your mind and creating miracles every day, you know, you do sometimes bump up against your human frailties. You know, like for my case, I sometimes do wonder how much of myself I can fully extricate from some of those South Philly back alleys, and how much just remains. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
No, it's not weird. Environment breeds, bro. And when you're used to living a certain way, it's really hard to, it's still.
But I don't blame.
To snap out of habits like that.
Yeah, and I don't blame nobody because I own that. I chose that life. I made almost every choice along the way, you know. But it's a motherfucker.
You know what I love about all this, right? Over time, the next 5, 10, 15 years, you have all the hexagons, all of us going to be building things, being part of things and stuff like that. And deep down inside, it's almost like a secret society. We could say we're part of the brotherhood, right? Like we went from here and we're going to be up here together, you know, like it's a remarkable feeling, you know, and this is real. This ain't bullshit. Like, you know, we're not like other maxis out there and stuff like that. They just tweet each other's tweets here and there, and that's it, right? They really don't talk. They don't really hang out. They don't really talk this and do these type of streams like we do.
That stake let us know. That stake let a lot of people know.
There's a stake in the ground. Like we're here and we're here to stay.
We here.
You guys see?
I had to hop in from the porch, but you can either build District 9 or you can build Elysium. Where do you want to live? On the moon or in poverty? Both are being built around you. And what team do you want to live in? That again is the phalanx. Both of which are very, very interesting movies if you think about the polarity of human dynamics. But you can do either. Hexagons are building Europa. They are building the moon. They are building Elysium. And that's exactly why the funny thing is about the diamond.
That's wild. Very wild.
It's exciting, man. Like this is real shit, man. Real shit, and it's gonna get more real. Just wait up till it just mainstream finally hits this, and they look at even the common hexagons as celebrities and shit like that. Like, not that we want to care, we care to be it, right? And then like, oh my god, how did you know about this? You know, how did you know about this stake? Somebody's like, oh my god, you got this, you got that. Like, how does this happen? And I'm like, well, we did this every other night. We just streamed and chilled. Like, we didn't even think that far, right? Like, we just did what we did. We learned what Richard Hart learned, and we shared this amongst each other, and then we told each other along the way, and just build the education, and we're here. Come on, man. What is this bullshit? I hate when people do this
Oh
shit.
my god.
Well, here's the crazier thing. So if
okay, go ahead.
sorry, I keep going back to the conversation. It's too damn good. If the thing that put us all inside didn't happen, would have Hex taken off? No, we weren't inside. We weren't talking. We weren't streaming.
Yeah.
What happens if Pulse launches at the bottom of the bear?
I know.
Ooh.
And wait,
Perfect storms are perfect for a reason.
we got the perfect stake. We got the perfect diamond. And we're gonna get the guys. I know we want Pulse Chain to come out as soon as possible. We're gonna get the perfect release. You'll see. Richard is a smart fucking guy. He knows what he's doing, man.
You guys catch the Freedom TV? Did you guys catch the Freedom TV snippet that T Money and them put together of what I said in Philly? I said, you know, when Crypto Sparbook came and I brought them to Philly because they weren't going to stop in Philly. So I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to pull that trigger, and I did. And when I had a chance to speak, I said, you know, my whole life I've been throwing out a signal and made it 20s, 30s, 40s. I wasn't getting a response to the signal that I was putting out. It caused a lot of psychosis. It caused a lot of frustration, you know, disconnection from the world, and especially from positivity. And then I get here with all y'all and with my 4 little seeds, and after all the tragedy of my mom passing, divorce, bankruptcy, drug addiction, I'm here with you guys. And for the first time now, half a century into this adventure, I'm pulsing out a signal, and every single fucking day, every single fucking way, I'm getting response.
That's right.
And the way that feels, the way that feels, man, that's why I'm doing 6 things for the community right now. That's why I get by on 4 hours of sleep every night. That's why I can't wait to get up in the morning, which that was never the case.
So it even gets more crazier if you really think about it. Think about it
from
a story perspective. What if Richard is the Professor X and then makes the X-Men? Or any Avengers type thing. If you really want to break it down to something super simple.
8. That's the 8th thing I said.
My man's Thanos.
I'm just saying. Like, it's really not that hard to look because, like, Wolverine's a badass, Jubilee's a badass, other people are badasses, but without the cultivation of the mindset that allows people to focus their inner reality and spend time doing this for free. Why? Because we want people to be educated to join Team Win.
Yes, I was talking to Balliot about that, man. Balliot is just one of these guys, like many of you are. You guys could literally just lay the fuck back and just chill and just drop out. And so many are not doing that. Like,
why would we?
Still fully committed into this thing. Exactly. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
And nobody pays us. And nobody pays anybody in this panel to do this shit.
To do anything.
Nobody.
Like,
Where's my last check?
Can y'all
shut the fuck up so we can answer this question? Damn. Thank you. Fuck. Thank you for allowing me to cut y'all off again, guys. But if you use the Staker app, is it okay to use this? You can use any email you want, bro. Up to you. It's just so you can access the app.
Security would dictate he's got to go with something fresh, maybe on Proton Mail, you know, just.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm not here to tell people what email to use, bro. That's on them. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll bring Papa Boner over.
Yeah, he can
go
talk
to it much better than Boner, but yeah, I mean, either way, just protect yourself and understand what's going on. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Got to.
Just enjoy the ride. It's gonna be fun.
Like,
you gotta secure your fucking finance, though. You know.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is again, like I just said, you wouldn't drive a car with 3 wheels because you're ignorant to how a car worked. You wouldn't know how to not change a tire and press the e-brake when you change a tire. It's not my fault that you don't know how to change a tire. Like, all of these things are commonalities of experience.
Hey, Kool-Aid, you would know the accurate answer to this question that we postulated last week, Wales and I. We know it's over 90%. Do you have the accurate number? All loss in crypto, 90x% of it is just users fucking themselves. It's not hackers.
The thing is that you have to buy tops and sell bottoms to make the market move. Right? It's the same thing as anything. You need.
I think he means like people wrecking themselves. Like,
well, security from a security standpoint.
You need sacrificial lambs to get wrecked for Pluritots to actually gain power. right? You can't do it any other way, right? That's the reason why, let's say we do something simple like a World of Warcraft group. That's why you bring a healer. You don't go into a fucking dungeon without a healer because your ass going to be dead.
Okay,
Right?
so to the point, what is the benefit of the jackass who shares his seed phrase with a CD? I mean, are you saying?
So, like,
Some-
I give.
yeah.
Go ahead, sir. No, please.
Yeah, the way I see it is this, right? Sometimes if people can't take those things serious, you rather them fuck up now than to them to have that type of wealth and fuck up later and really destroy their lives.
I don't want to throw somebody under the bus. But
I lost 300K in 17. That's why I got my battle test. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
made
Rather than do it now.
on Ponzi's. I didn't know shit about shit. Left my pedigree game job to be an ICO influencer. Didn't make jack on shit. However, I have a battle-tested understanding of this ecosystem now. Right? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I already lived the shit show. So now I know what to do with the wealth, prosperity, and opportunity that I have to build something better or help educate better. Hence why I do my security training, all the rest of that type of stuff that I do. And Marker, you need to come do a private message on that because like my shit is next level.
Hit me up, buddy. I'll be there.
Please.
Yeah, man. Anything that has security on it, I'm down for it, man.
And the thing is, like, just have
There's
to
no
know.
such thing as perfect security. Like I'm always.
Well, think about it. Like, have you? Bitcoin's not even 17 years old. You're going to trust a USB that fries that you think you're going to hold for 15 years that you wrote down a seed phrase that could be washed away in a hurricane, a tornado, a fucking flood, a robbery. You're stupid. Like, sorry, but you're stupids. So, like, you have to think about the vectors of attack, just like, again, as Wells has up, the God wills profit of advancement to basically flip everyone upside down to be like, yo, bitch, I'm still here. And now, like I said earlier, it makes the straw hardened.
I agree.
It sure does.
And it's true, like you said, right? You have attacks of yourself. You have attacks of outsiders attacking you to hack you. You have Mother Nature that's going to fuck you over sometimes. You know, it's going to happen.
But it's three vectors of attack. First attack is you are stupid. You will do something stupid. Second vector of attack, all of us are physically on screen. I mean, Wales' gun and butter is why I'm changing my name and all the rest of that stuff, because it's accurate. You only need one wackadoodle to fucking go harvest one of your family. Third is an act of God. If you don't understand that all of your wealth could be taken away by Katrina. Oh, yes, stored your keys in the bank in Louisiana before Hurricane Katrina. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. I don't care how pressurized you made that, you're done. What you need to do is never, ever, ever store your keys unencrypted. And only you need to know that. And like, I'll drop a bit of alpha. Get an Apricorn. I was just teaching my onboard about that. It is a
Apricorn?
Yeah, Apricorn. So it's basically, it's an encrypted USB device. If you're gonna fucking play the stupid fucking game, play the stupid game fucking correctly. Make sure that you have multiple dead drops that are encrypted on top of encrypted on top of encrypted. I ain't gonna store my shit on a piece of paper. You fool. I also am not gonna store something that's gonna fucking die in a hurricane.
Right.
I have multiple dead drops on how I store my finance because finance is multifaceted.
Kool-Aid, you have a brain for this, though. You understand ciphers, the principle of ciphers. What if you worked out something, a formula where any copy...
It's called smearing. So smearing is where you take a fucking seed phrase and you break it up into parts. The problem with smearing is... Horrible analogy. What happened if you were in Germany and you were a Jew and you had to go to fucking get your shit out and you just had to run? Right? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, then here's where I worked it out, though. If it had to be in the 4th edition of The Tale of Two Cities or War and Peace, and you could get that anywhere on planet Earth, probably, could you not have a cipher built into, for example, a classic work of literature and be able to draw it out of that.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what
so
I
much
mean?
easier way to make a printed book, but yeah, you could, but I can do
Mhm.
it fucking like 1,000 times easier than making
Okay.
printed literature that
Right.
you do a choose your. Because you were asking about a choose your adventure book, like fucking like turn to page 73, get your smear. Turn to page 79,
Okay.
get your
Right.
smear.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? Like that's not ideal how I would handle guns and butter. Because like that's essentially what
I got you.
you know what I mean? Like
Right.
you're dealing with a guns and butter scenario, which is a vastly different scenario than I would want to deal with. However, I've already planned and modeled it out how to solve it. So you should always store your shit encryptically. Because what happens, okay, here's a fun one. Yep. Oh, where we go? You got a brand new treasure, fresh in the wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
This thing has a seed word. Where are you storing your seed word to your hardware wallet, you pleb? Like,
on a titanium plate.
okay. So now back to vector number 1 or vector number 3. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Like you should just understand what you're dealing with, right? It's there's a meme of a boat sinking, and there's like these 2 rich fat cats at the top, and there's one dude paling water at the bottom, and they're like, I'm glad I'm not at the bottom of the boat that's sinking. What? Like you need to make sure that you're the fat cat and the bailer at the same time. Otherwise, you will get fucked. Rich people will drown by infrastructure. Poor people will drown by information.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this. Just look at this layout, right? It's a billion hex for the max. I mean, here's a case study in what to do when you have value that you can throw to the future, right? I mean,
stupid. It's stupid.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but
right?
remember, Wales, he did it the first time. This is the second time he's done it.
Oh, we're just talking about the whole concept of it. You know,
no, I know, but like talk about to be like
matter.
double down into like the encroaching.
Well, of course. Look, I don't personally like to give time to theorizing on what people might do because it's obvious that the smart thing to do is a 5-5-5-5
Exactly.
That's a no-brainer. Yeah. There's no discussing what they could have done better, blah, blah, blah. No, this is the optimal move, period. End of story. This is the checkmate move.
Yeah, is it for everyone? No, but it's the best move. You know?
Well, it's also generational.
It's definitely the best.
Right. So let's just say
this is the
70.
best move.
Like, let's just say the God will is 70, which I'm pretty sure he is not. He can literally pass on that wealth or prosperity to anyone he wants by looking at your age and not enjoying your wealth when you already have wealth. You can literally foster your foundation, your future, or your fertility to whatever the fuck you want. So it's generational passing of liquidity and information into the future world. Again, if you're playing a game like Civilization, it's like giving you nuclear tiles when you didn't even pass the industrial age with oil, right? You have to have 1 to make 2.
Right.
Can I give you guys a kindergarten angle? Okay, like kindergarten art class angle on when you're trying to figure out how the 5-5-5 makes sense. Check it. You guys, we've all done it too. You go on hex.co or go.hex.stake, and what do? You plug in numbers and you watch that T-share number change, right? Just experiment. Put your amount in, go that max level, and then compare it to what it looks like at 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and kind of makes a decision for you, doesn't it?
But I'll fold it again, right? We put into our 401k as young American, whatever the fuck people.
Never had one. Okay.
Well, they do have this thing that if you work for a company when you're in your 20s and 30s, that they say in 25 years after you're out of your 40s, you get to cash it out. And they said they had this thing called Social Security that they already take from you that we know is going to be worthless. So that's already happening.
Right.
It's just this is on an individual tactile
control
that we actually get to boop and control and understand the fractional value. Why? Because we did the homework.
Boom. Doing the homework is pretty
Yeah, that's
important.
right, man. God bless you, bro. God damn.
Yeah, doing the homework is pretty important.
It's
But
the
I
most
just,
important.
yeah. But I mean, you know, this is kind of like the whole point of this, right? Well, how do you master time and being able to take yourself seriously enough to put in the work to be able to make a move like this, where you essentially just set up your whole entire fucking lineage forever
Forever.
with the click of a button,
Mm.
right? I mean, this is literally mastering time in real time. We witnessed this today.
It's literally the king has no clothes, but the king has all the clothes. It's the exact opposite of the king has no clothes.
And you know what's wild, guys? That we're literally witnessing probably one of the richest men to ever live, or woman, in a few years, and the world still doesn't even know about it, but us.
Nope.
Well, the
How
funny thing is, I was
beautiful is
talking
that,
about
right?
like, what if Godwell liked to call himself Tom, and what if Tom was in Vegas and you're having a beer with Tom, and you don't even know, because obviously he would have multiple bodyguards, OPSEC, and all the rest of that. But Godwell likes to call himself Tom. Godwell, if you're listening, call yourself Bob. Bob is universal backwards or forwards. But like at the end of you know what I mean? It's my mom fucking coffee
Mine's
maker.
fucking
I always
scary,
call
bro.
my coffee makers Bob. But if you think about it, he could pretend to be a no homework Mexican, and you literally could be having a drink in Vegas with Bob or Tom,
Exactly.
and you have no idea, and he could play you to have you explain to him how his asset is going to work with the understanding of how it all works.
Oh my. And that could be the ultimate game theory / test. Right?
It's a litmus test, essentially, right? You know what I mean? So it's his own litmus test that he may come through as Bob and never tell you who he is.
Hey, he could be motherfucking whales only. You never know.
Never know. You never know. I mean, I will decree that I learned all of my alpha on finance from Wales. Like, he is going to be such a
That's why he says he's done told you. You know?
He done told you. Well, technically, Markable done told you because he's the one that just saying, but like that's the whole thing.
Webcam Bob.
Failings, right? We all support ourselves. That's when I see some silly fucking Twitter shit. I get a little hot, and y'all need to stop because
Hey, Markable's here. What's up, buddy?
Hey, is the beard here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get his ass on.
Got here a couple minutes ago.
Get his ass on, man.
Must just be waking up.
I never got on the street
No.
with guy.
It's technically it's close to wakey time for the beard.
But isn't like really quick? Isn't it remarkable, like to understand that? Like I said, once again, one of the basically the richest person in the world in the future, one of them, has so much passion for our community and what we're invested in. Like that's super rare, right? Because you have big whales invested in shit, but they don't give a really shit about the product or the people or anything like that. They just want to make a quick flip, right?
Yeah.
Sure,
gentlemen,
they know it does. They know it doesn't have no real use.
Exactly. Like this individual
always
really
a negative
cares
externality
about the whole ecosystem. You know, this individual really cares.
Marco, is that like we have Rackham,
Beautiful.
right? Rackham has a face, right? You know, and he has a VC. But then you can actually tweet to Godwell. Maybe he doesn't read it. Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah.
But you can put that little bit of toilet paper under his foot, and should he look at it, it's there.
Yeah.
It's actually a physical thing that Gary did to verify who actually is the God whale, because we had that other fucking poster coming out.
And you know, so I call that fucking fake ass whale that first hour within, and I got so much, dude. Me and Molly called that dude out. I remember that day, and many Hexicans was literally cursing me out in DMs. They probably did it in Molly. I was like, guys, Richard Hart says, don't trust, you verify. And people are like, oh, he's God whale, leave him the fuck alone, blah blah. I'm like, all right. I'm telling you, I made that video. Like,
there's a lot of Hexicans. Yeah, there's a lot of Hexicans that can combine a healthy second sight and intuitive kind of thing with critical deductive analysis. Fast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, why are they attacking me? Like, come on, guys, this is clearly not the real dude.
It's kind of vindicating, isn't it, Marco?
I wanted to cry, bro. I was like, my people's attacking me.
Well, the thing is that, like, so one thing we have to remember, we have to point out, like, Hexicans, don't be fucking divided. Don't be stupid.
Yes.
Don't walk your brain
I
instead
got
of speaking
thoughts.
from your
I
mind.
got thoughts on that though.
Yeah, there's a lot of like speaking from your mouth shit going on, so speaking from your brain.
You're killing me, bro. Killing me on the Twitch.
I know, because like at the end of the day, your words are immortal on the internet, and so you need to make sure that you just fucking be a good human. At the end of the day, just be a fucking good human.
That's a first principles thing.
We're not gonna agree on everything together. And,
no, we shouldn't. That wouldn't be natural.
And I'm glad we don't agree on a lot of things. There's some things that we're gonna do that it's gonna be put a bad taste in each other's mouth at times, but end of the day, I think a lot of other things should outweigh the other things, you know.
Look, purchasing and participating in an ecosystem and purchasing an ERC20 token, okay, is not going to remove a man's responsibilities under the natural law of sovereign autonomy. So if he, is going to be the first mover in stepping or trying to pull a okie doke or pulling a ripoff or talking shit or any of the other sins somebody can commit, my understanding, perhaps maybe it's flawed, my understanding as a man living in sovereign autonomy under natural law is I have to check that motherfucker. Now, I don't have to be loud and dramatic about it. I could take him aside and act like a man, but it's still, to me, it's in my spectrum of responsibility to do so. Now, I'm not saying for your ego. I'm not saying make a big show of it. I'm just saying that we got to sometimes we have to draw lines, do we not?
Well, the thing is that like you don't want to show division on
Oi.
There we go.
Oi.
Who you think it is?
No,
the one that John told you. Time and time again.
What's up, buddy?
So I'm just on for a little bit.
That's
I just
fine,
woke up to
we wanted to hear your
swim in the river. It's cold as fuck.
Bro, this guy's a pure nature guy. I swear to God. He looks like a fucking grizzly. He swims, chasing fish in the fucking river. Like this guy's like a Viking, bro.
Dives under the water,
dives under the water, bites him with his mouth. He don't fucking use spears. He bites this shit.
Right now, I know what guy he is.
I love this guy, bro.
Every single thing that just has been said is true.
Yeah, he throws dynamite in the river, boom, blow up the fucking fish. Like, this guy's wild, bro.
So at that point, he's what was the movie with the Hobbit boy?
You're real dude, bro.
Swiss Army Man. Once Marco becomes Swiss Army Man with his beard, his game over. You can ride his beard with the jet ski. You can fucking like use it to climb mountains.
That sound like off-brand version of Pootie Tang.
Right? Was good too.
Right? Marco doesn't do the edits. His beard does the edits, right?
Yeah.
Like, he just sits there. He should just like click shit.
You know what we had before that? They called it Chuck Norris. So how much would Chuck Norris? The answer is all of it.
All of it. Remember at ChuckNorris.com? I think that was the site.
When I was in college the first time, I had ChuckFacts.com as my homepage. That way I'd memorize all
I had Mullet. Did you ever see Mullet Joe? It was all the best mullets on planet Earth. That was a classic too.
Yeah, but they didn't have Chuck Norris's ability to do the splits and or kicking walls, hence the Kool-Aid name. I like the whole kicking walls thing. But yeah, dude, fuck Chuck Norris. That is the Merciful Spirit.
Can we all just stand still at the fact that Kool-Aid just said you can ride your beard with a jet ski?
That's where you get the floppy from. That's where you get the flippy floppy from.
Yeah, I woke up and I didn't have a StreamYard link, and I wondered if we were still friends, but now it's all good.
That's funny.
I mean, it used to be ChuckFacts.com, but I basically had the random Chuck fact for the week rolling, so that way I could memorize them and then make
Chuck fact of the week.
And Markable, you know me. This is what I do. So at that point, I was obsessed about absorbing Chuck facts for art.
Of course you were.
Yeah, well.
The rest of the world is waking up now. I love it.
Yeah, I'm about to go hit the hay.
Oh, go low.
Yeah, your boy got clients in the morning.
Yeah, Sam, I'm about to go, guys. My kids have like some school project. It's 100 days of school, so they had to dress up at like 100-year-old, looking like a 100-year-old person and stuff. So it's gonna be fun. We look like old Asians. It's hilarious.
Midnight costume creation.
Give them a beard.
If you ever need me for anything, though, I think I've got you on Telegram. But
yeah, man, I have a Telegram and Twitter.
Let me know what you're doing, and fucking if you need some fucking help designing shit, I don't mind to help.
Oh, of course, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, send me the invite for that group you was talking about, man, because I thought my OPSEC and my security was on point, but the shit you spitting, man, I'm like, okay, I got a lot more to do.
Some more
join Coolidge University. Yeah, like at the end of the day, most people are in there, and
you know me, dude. I'll pay for your time.
You can never have too much.
I'd expect you to do anything for free. So
no, well, don't worry about shit. What I want you is everyone to be protected, right? At the end of the day, like. We can teach you. Oh, I'm sending an invite right now. I can teach you all the CG nonsense, but if I can teach you the OPSEC nonsense, to like, you have to understand how you're being attacked, like as a retired white hat hacker, right? So, like, do that. If you do that well, you use good. All right, I just sent you a Telegram, sir.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, chat, everyone, Mr. Wales, everyone here, I really appreciate your time. This was great stream, guys. I love these type of conversations. What you guys do for this community is mind-boggling, and nobody out there does it better. So thank you, guys. I really appreciate it, man.
Dude, we appreciate you, Marco.
I appreciate it, man.
See that,
yeah, man. And so, guys, basically my schedule is always free now, so. Whenever you guys want to throw, links, and because I know a couple of weeks ago, Wills made that joke, like I'm probably at work, so he can't send these links. But yeah, man, in the morning, you want to send me links or whatever it is, man, I'm here to talk, guys. I appreciate this.
But you're retired now?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Oh, shit. Congratulations, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
Prepare for more work than you could ever imagine.
Yeah,
guys. So, yeah, man. So I made this little promise to my wife. Literally. So long story short, me and my wife, we met each other at 8 years old, started dating at 14, and since then I made her a promise that I'll be a millionaire. So by the age of 30, I'm 4 years late, but I made it to multimillionaire. I'm doing pretty well.
Never, baby.
And I'm here to change the game and put my dedication to this community. So 100% Hexagon. I'm here for the community. Whatever anybody wants to do, send me streams, whatever I could do to help pump everybody else's stuff. I'm here, man.
Marco,
nice.
Listen,
beautiful, bro.
No, I appreciate it, man. And each one of you guys helped me make this possible. This education, I would not be this far without the education you guys provided every single day, every single week. Richard Hart, this community, everybody, what you guys done, it's amazing. It's a beautiful feeling. It's weird, right? Because I wake up, I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, what do I do? But then I'm not gonna spoil the surprise. I do have a channel that I'm planning to do, and there's a little business I'm gonna open up, dedicated for the community and to help out the community more in marketing terms. So I'll spill the beans probably in a week or so. But I'm excited to go to work. I'm gonna work harder than ever, and this is for the community. So I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a fun journey.
Marco, I'm gonna drop my cell in there. Please give me a call. But I'm just also, at the end of the day, I had the fanboy on Wales, who's probably more about macro than I ever knew.
Yeah,
but when you pulled me aside in New York and sat me down on the back, like, yo, what up, Kool-Aid? I'm just like, shit, man.
When I saw you, I had to give you a big ass.
It was an honor and a privilege because, again, as we do, each one teach one. We all are a phalanx of a cut of cloth. But do me a favor, dropping myself into Telly. Give me a call to look at your game theory macro before you launch, because I can usually fold things a couple layers more than most can. So a pleasure to you, and always happy to help the family.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That really come from the heart. I do this for the community, and most of all, I do this for my kids and my wife. And
no doubt, Marco, some of your story of your of your former life that you shared with me, meant something to me because of what I've been through, and to look at where you're at and what you're doing right now, it's a fire under my ass, and I just wish you such wonderful blessings for you and your family.
You're gonna make me tear because what you said, like I don't share that many information on my past life, right? But I was around, I think it was like between 15, 16 years old. Like, me and my family, like one, I didn't have a father, right? Me and my mother wasn't toe to toe like that. Me and my siblings, like we fought all the time. So I was that child that was always put to the side. I love my family to death, by the way, but I was always put to the side to the point where I was basically forced to leave home. Like if I didn't, I think back then I would have killed my stepfather, right? Like literally.
Sure.
Right.
I love the guy to death now, but back then we was clashing so much.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I literally had to leave the house, and I was homeless for like 7 weeks in a row, living in a park. And you know, and the other day, like I'm gonna make a video to post it up, but I visited that park again, but as a retired man, to show myself that it's possible, you know. So
That's lit.
you know, like I said, I don't want to tear on camera, but guys, it could be done. Like this is real. Like this community is real. It took a long time coming to do this, and it's possible, man. Like I like honestly, when I was living homeless for that week, I didn't think I was gonna survive the second week. You know, like
I'm gonna cry for you.
Like it was crazy. So for me to do this and
not turn this into a fucking
yeah, but you know, to be able to sit here with family and do this and celebrate, and
you guys got to know what it's like, man. When you get arrested because you're homeless on Christmas Day in Boulder, that sticks with you. It really does. So when you hear a story,
it's tough, man. Like I really didn't think like I would have made it past 20 years old, right? Like I thought those 7 weeks were like hell for me. Like I had to eat out of garbage multiple times that day. You know, like my pants were full of shit. Like I had to beg friends on the side when their parents was at home to take a quick shower. Like,
baby, look at that.
I don't want nobody to go through that. And man,
I was trying to break into a friend's house to get warm and get food.
You gotta stop breaking into that shit, dude. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop the breaking in thing.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing, man. But you know, thank you for everything you guys do, and you know what we continue to do. And I'm here the rest of my life, guys. I ain't going anywhere. I don't care how rich or poor I become. Like I'm a Hexcan through and through. So, and
you can't get poor with them t-shirts, right?
Hey,
if you're OPSEC and your security's not right, you can. But you know,
well, that's why you talk to me.
That's why you talk.
I literally have stupid games.
Beautiful. Yeah, you got the invitation that matters there, brother.
I appreciate it, man. But thank you guys. I really appreciate this, and you know, it's the best thing ever. So. But I'm gonna go to sleep, guys. Now you're gonna make me want to cry at sleep. So fuck you.
Hey, if I don't make it to Vegas, I will try to head to WorldCom. If not, come to LA.
Yeah, man.
Stay with me. Don't worry.
Well, can I share my screen to give Marco a present here?
Say that again, buddy?
man.
Okay, wait. Let me see here. Let me share my screen. Don't know these tips.
But thank you, Wales, for giving me the platform for a couple of minutes. I appreciate that, bro.
Oh, my pleasure, brother. Easy peasy.
Wales is the best.
Okay, and allow.
It's a real dude.
Oh wait. Okay, I'm fucking up.
All right,
I got lock on. I fucked up. It was Chuck Norris. It was Chuck Norris kicking in the cutoff jeans. Fuck.
How you gonna hack me so often we can't fucking share a screen?
Oh, I can't even use I can't even use a calculator, brother.
I'll catch y'all for sure. And I appreciate everybody doing what they do.
Dolo, see you, man.
All right,
good night. Enjoy your day tomorrow, buddy.
Keep skating, my dear friend.
We gonna put the outro music. Peace.
All right, we out.
Nice.
Right. The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. That's it. That's the secret. The God well told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. Shit, motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. Appreciate that.
Like this. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. I mean, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you.